And we will have.
And I'm back.
BO.
Hello there.
Coming up in a moment on WSGW.
And we're back. You there?
You're there.
I'm here. I had a little technical issue. Happens once in a while, and it happened this morning. And let me get my camera on for the video portion. There we are. Good morning to you. And my unit just quit. It just decided it was tired. It shut down, and that was it. We are here this morning with you on the Art Lewis Show of Friday. Good morning to you and welcome. It's an open line edition now through 11 o'clock, whatever's on your mind. Saginaw Bay City, 752-6111. Toll free, 866-790-WSGW. We had a number of things to talk about, but we defer to the listeners. We love to do that on these open shows because you never know where it's going to go. And Chris has been hanging on in Saginaw Township, so we're going to begin there. Chris, good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
I was curious, what's happened with the Loons? Are they out of business?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think stadium restrictions and the like put a kibosh on an early open, but I don't know. I guess they're starting in May, is what I'm told. Charlie just sent me a note that apparently they're starting up in May. And
all right. Well,
I would think that part of that has to do with stadium restrictions. May 4th appears to be the date.
Okay.
And then, of
I
course,
heard something quite a while ago. I'm sorry. I heard something quite a while ago that the farmers market was still going to be active. And
well, but
I
think they were using the parking lot. I think I haven't been there, so I don't know. But I think they were using, or were going to use the parking lot. I imagine in the wintertime, if they were holding it, it could be in the concourse. But they had the part of the parking lot. So I guess we're going to have to check that out and find out. It's a good question. And we also have the Spirit. We're waiting to find out if they're going to play some kind of a season. There's a number of possibilities. Some of the possibilities, and it's all speculation right now. Some of the possibilities are a shortened season with just the American teams playing in America, in the United States. Canadian teams playing in Canada. That's one of the possibilities that's being put forth. So who knows? Time will tell. They're all working on it, though.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling, Chris.
All right.
Head up to West Branch, and let's talk to Terry this morning. Morning, Terry.
Good morning, Art. How you doing?
We're doing well. Hope you are.
Good. Hey, regarding all those kids down at the southern border,
Mm-hmm.
There is Standish Maximum and it's sitting there idle.
Yeah, that's a possibility, isn't it?
Beds in it.
Yeah, yeah.
It has a chow hall. It has a school, a library.
Mm-hmm.
It has places for the kids to play basketball. It's got a running track. It's all self-contained, and that is the newest facility in the Department of Corrections.
Yeah,
and,
listen, that's not
Granholm shut it down.
Yep, I remember it well.
They're empty.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they 500-600, maybe even more kids up here.
Yeah, be
And
cheaper than
housing
building a
in
new
there.
facility. That's for sure.
None of them would escape.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably true. That's probably very true. Well, it's an interesting idea, though, because there are probably other facilities around the country just like that. If they're not going to stop the influx at the border, then they're going to have to take responsibility for these kids and do something with them. Yesterday I just chuckled because every time the president is questioned about it, he blames Trump for everything. And I went, come on now, let's be honest. There were occasional surges under Trump, but nowhere near the numbers that we're seeing now. And it just, it just
Trump,
shake my head.
Trump wanted to lock it up and shut it down.
Yeah. And, and they haven't let the press in except for one exception, but they're not being very transparent about these other holding facilities right now. And when asked about it at his press conference yesterday, he says, well, after we get everything straightened out, we'll let you in. No, we want to see it now.
Whatever
You know,
I'm going to implement. He
yeah,
says.
After we
Yeah.
clean up the mess, we'll let you in. Well, all right. So I just
he doesn't want any bad. He doesn't want any disturbing photographs. getting
Yep.
leaked.
Yep. Well, it was obvious that that was one of his big negatives because that's what the press went after yesterday. Although it was kind of a controlled, contrived press conference, only took
It
10
really
reporters'
was,
questions, and they were carefully
It was
selected.
pretty much right. It seemed to be scripted.
Yeah, theater of the. Well, I don't know what the questions were, but it was theater of the press conference to some degree.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. All right, Art. Nice talking to you.
well, same here, and thanks for calling, Terry.
Hey, no problem. Just making an observation. You know?
Glad you did. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Bye
Bye-bye.
now. Something I was going to talk about anyway. We'll talk more about the press conference, my impressions of it, get yours. Everybody looks at it differently. I have to say, I'm glad he finally held one after 64 days, the longest in over 100 years for a president to wait to have a one-on-one with the media. But I wasn't impressed with the structure, first of all. They had pre-selected who they were going to talk to, totally snubbed Fox, you'll notice. They weren't even asked anything. And only took 10. And I didn't come, let's say I didn't come away impressed with the presentation. I didn't think the presser was very valuable for learning anything. Let's put it that way. And it seems, he's making some assumptions. I loved the assumption that while he hasn't been able to unify Congress, he's unified the country because Republicans support him. And I'm going, where? Who? I found that to be just shocking that he would even say it, but he did. And I'm sure there are a few Republicans out there that support him, and there are probably a few Democrats that don't support him. But in terms of unifying the country, I think he's got a ways to go yet. He has done one thing. He has toned down the rhetoric. I'll give him that. Certainly his predecessor, President Trump, was a master of the rhetoric, if you will. We certainly, every day heard reports when he could on Trump's tweets and things like that. And we don't have that from this president. So from that standpoint, all right, yeah, he toned down the rhetoric. But in terms of unifying the country, I haven't seen that yet. I think we got a ways to go before that happens. A long ways to go. It was also announced this morning on the Today Show that the Profiles in Courage Award from the Kennedy family has gone to Senator Mitt Romney. And actually, I understand that. The nature of the award is not political. The nature of the award is for courage. And like or dislike Mitt Romney, had the courage to vote his conscience when it came to the first impeachment trial. You may totally disagree with it. And that I would understand, and I would agree with you. But he had the courage to vote his conscience. And that was what the award is all about. And Romney has showed that throughout his career. He is not afraid to go it alone and do what he believes is right. So he received the Profiles in Courage Award. He is not the only Republican to receive it. Gerald Ford received it. There have been a few that have received it. It crosses political boundaries. So congratulations to Senator Romney. He was asked in the interview if he would ever run for president again. He kind of booted the question. He said, well, I'd love to be president, but there'll be a lot of Republicans down the road. And he didn't say no, but he didn't say yes either. All right. We're going to take a break. Lines are open for you. 752-6111, toll free inside the state of Michigan, 866-790-WSGW. If you're outside the state, use 989-752-6111. Time to play our WSGW Spring into Cash contest. Right now, you can qualify to win the daily cash prize of $1,000 by entering the following winning word online at WSGW.com. And the winning word this hour is shoes. Every morning I put on my socks and shoes. Enter that word online. It's an Alpha Media company-wide contest. One winner chosen each day. You must be 18 or older to play. Complete rules at WSGW.com. Spring into Cash on 100.5 and 790 AM WSGW. Say, when you choose Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan for your Medicare coverage, it's easy to get the care, tests, or treatments you need whenever you need them. When you need access to care, Blue Cross provides you with more options that work for every lifestyle. Schedule appointments for checkups or routine care at a time that's convenient for you. If you'd like to stay close to home, give the Blue Cross 24/7 nurse line a call or schedule a virtual doctor visit. Whenever you need assistance, Blue Cross will connect you with the information and the help you need. With a Blue Cross Medicare plan, you'll never have to go without your medication. Their easy-to-use prescription plan allows you to refill and pick up your medication from your local pharmacy or have them delivered by mail. Get access to the care you need as soon as you need it with Blue Cross, the company more than 500,000 people in Michigan trust for their Medicare coverage. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, confidence comes with every card. See what other members are saying at bcbsm.com/seniorcare. And we'll be back after these notes.
When you talk to a Dell Technologies advisor, you get someone who understands there's an art to listening,
Sure.
who's able to hear more than what's being said, and can provide tailored small business solutions that make you feel truly heard.
I understand. Let's get started.
For advice on everything from laptops to the cloud and solutions powered by Intel vPro platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
Right now, Allstate has almost as many ways to save as there are types of music. Save for being a new customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent to get a quote. Find out how much you can save today. Allstate. Now that should be music to your ears.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. DriveWise is an optional feature. Savings vary based on Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Smoothbrook, Illinois.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Americans were making less and spending less in February than they did in January. That's because there were big jumps in both in January, reflecting stimulus payments that month. Incomes declined more than 7% in February. Spending was down 1%. L Brands, parent company of Victoria's Secret, is raising its forecast for the current quarter. It's seeing better sales, which it attributes to government stimulus payments. It also owns Bath & Body Works. Madison Square Garden Entertainment is buying MSG Networks. The deal re-merges the two companies. Volkswagen says it will claim damages from its former chief executive Martin Winterkorn and former Audi boss over the diesel emissions scandal. Both have denied they were responsible. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola, invested in you.
Businesses that run like clockwork establish routines they trust. That's why over 1 million companies rely on Cintas. We'll help you protect employees and customers with essential safety supplies, inspect your fire protection systems and devices, hygienically launder your uniforms, and keep you well-stocked with the leading hand sanitizers and disinfecting wipes. Learn how Cintas can help you open your doors with confidence. Oh, I'm ready! Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Northeastern Paint Supply invites you to listen to the WSGW Focus Show with Art Lewis. Weekday mornings from 11 to 11:30. You'll hear local business and community leaders. Sponsored by Northeastern Paint Home Decorating Centers in Saginaw and Bay City.
This is an advertisement. Paid non-attorney spokesperson Ricky LeBlanc admitted. Sokolov Law LLC, Chestnut Hill, Mass. Paul J. Morgan, Winter Park, Florida. Greg Hobby, New Jersey. Michael Bro Gonzalez, admitted Louisiana. While this firm maintains joint responsibility, most cases of this type are referred to other attorneys for principal responsibility. Mesothelioma. If you know what mesothelioma is, you or someone you love has likely been affected by this devastating cancer. You may be entitled to compensation. Call Sokolov Law today. 1-800-578-2400. The only known cause of mesothelioma is asbestos exposure. Thousands of U.S. veterans and trade workers are at risk for the disease. Nearly $30 billion in court-ordered trusts has been set aside to pay money to asbestos victims. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call now. You may be able to receive compensation without ever going to court or filing a lawsuit. Call for a free legal consultation at 1-800-578-2400. That's 1-800-578-2400. 1-800-578-2400.
Green Bowen, host of United Shades of Grey. This week we will have an insightful conversation about the Harlem Renaissance. It was more than music and theater, but a period of time of Black excellence where Blacks were defining themselves as Americans.
United Shades of Grey. Conversations on race in America. Sunday evenings at 7 on WSGW.
All right, we're back with you here on the Art Lewis Show on WSGW. Carol is in Hemlock, so that is where we go next. Carol, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning.
I see Georgia just passed a new voter registration law.
Yep.
I have issue with a couple of things. First off, why is it a misdemeanor to bring food or water to people standing in line? What's wrong with that?
I think they look at it as the potential to bribe somebody on how to vote. And,
So
you know, I
older
think,
people,
I'm sorry?
so they've got older people and it's hot down there in
Oh, I
when it's
understand.
election time.
I understand, and I don't necessarily totally agree with it, but I think that that's how it's viewed as an ultimate protection against voter
So they only want
intimidation.
they only want young people to vote.
No,
They
I don't
want
think
old
so.
people to vote.
I don't think so.
The other thing is, talking about elderly, is it says you have to have a driver's license number. There are older people who do not own driver's licenses anymore.
There'll be exceptions to that. There'll
You know,
be
she
there'll
had
be exceptions where they'll be registered. They're not going to exclude older voters.
Well, I have a nephew who lives in New York City, lived there for years. He doesn't own a driver's license because he doesn't have a car.
Yeah, but it's fine.
So-
you know,
So what are all these people in New York City, if they pass the same, how are they going to give them?
there'll be other forms of identification.
Because my mom got a, I don't know, ID card through the state. So
Yeah,
that she
right.
So she could go and vote because it had her picture,
Yeah.
but it was not, they specifically said driver's license.
You know, there are exceptions to all those rules built into the fine print.
You know, because, you know, I think that they're trying to limit the elderly or the frail that can't get out to vote.
Well, I'll tell you why I don't agree. Here's why I don't agree with you. If they're trying to stack the deck in their favor, they're picking on the wrong group because the young people today don't seem to be leaning toward the right. So they'd be inviting more voters from the opposition. And I'm not sure they want to do that.
I don't care whether they're right or left. I'm just talking about
Yes,
people's right to vote.
I understand that. And they're not taking away that right.
But, you know, like I said, to tell people they can't take food or water to somebody, whether they're young or old or whatever, who have been standing in line for degree weather, to me, that's inhumane.
Well, there's a way around it. I mean, the state could provide bottles of water at tables near the entrance to the voting place.
But what if you've been standing at, 6 blocks down the road?
Then bring a bottle of water with you.
It just, or you drank it all.
So, well, okay.
I mean, I just think that rule, that one in particular, just really, I could see where you wouldn't want people out selling stuff. That I could see.
Actually, I could see people selling stuff because then you're not intimidating somebody with something free.
Well, that's true too. But to tell somebody that you can't have water or food when somebody's ready to drop over dead on the street from heat, and you say no, can't give them water, or it's a misdemeanor. You'll get fined.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks, Carol. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
And let's go to Greg. Greg, good morning.
Good morning. That lady just had a point. All the Republicans are trying to do is stop colored people from voting in other races.
What?
That's the only reason they're passing these laws all around the United States. And if you don't think that's true, that's a bunch.
Well, I don't think it's true.
That is the one thing they're doing.
Nonsense.
It's not because bullshit.
Hey, you're done. Goodbye. Language cuts you right off. Sorry about that, but the language isn't allowed. That's the way it goes. No, I don't believe that for a minute. And it's thoughts like that on both sides that lead to discussions of racism in this country. And it's too bad. Now, there are probably some people who do think that way. But I don't buy that for a moment. Not for a moment. And it works both ways. The movement on the right to limit voting goes one way. The movement on the left to allow anyone and everyone to vote all the time goes the other way. Somewhere the truth is in the middle. Somewhere the truth is in the middle. All right, we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back. We'll get to Jerry in Saginaw when we return on the Art Lewis Show. Be back after these notes.
Jim Wilson, are customers surprised to find such a big selection of used vehicles here at Midland Ford Lincoln?
I've had many people tell me this is the best selection of used cars and trucks they've seen in Michigan, not just in quantity, but in the quality of our vehicles.
You seem to have the cars and trucks everyone is looking for. Hard to find models you'd expect to find only in classified ads by private parties.
Our volume sales means customers always have a bigger selection of better quality cars. Our minimum pricing policy means Midland Ford customers always pay less.
But better doesn't mean more expensive. You have cars and trucks in every price and payment range, even for the tightest budgets.
From inexpensive basic transportation to late model luxury and a great selection of trucks, we have what you're looking for. We currently have more tough Ford trucks and used Escapes and Explorers than we've ever had in our history.
America's falling in love with Ford, and you have a personal invitation to find out why today at Midland Ford Lincoln, your savings store.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light brown, or soft confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
According to the National Institutes of Health, 30% of hospital admissions in older adults are drug-related, like taking meds at the wrong time. Hero Health simplifies medication management. The smart device stores up to 90 days worth of up to 10 different pills. It dispenses them at the push of a button. Try Hero risk-free for 30 days and get free contactless delivery. Just call 800-420-7550. That's 800-420-7550. 800-420-7550. Hero, medication managed.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. Divorce can be complicated, especially if children are involved. If you're a father and want to protect your role in your children's lives, remember Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men with matters like these for 30 years, and we'd love to help you.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Detroit area attorneys, a partner men can count on. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Offices in Troy and Ann Arbor.
Hey, I'm Andy.
If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. A Harry's starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 6677 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 6677. Enjoy.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Stone Specialist Studios, 100.5 News Radio WSGW, 790 News Radio WSGW.
And welcome back. Hour one of the Art Lewis Show. An open line day today, and we'll go back to our phones. Jerry is in Saginaw. Jerry, good morning to you.
Good morning to you too, Art. I wanted to comment about the voter law passed in Georgia. You may not think it's disenfranchising voters, but I do. And I look at the South, to me, it's going back to the old Jim Crow period. If you can restrict certain people from voting and just get a certain group to vote, then you can take over the governing process.
Does that work both ways? Does that work both ways?
Yes, it does.
If the Democrats want to allow everybody to vote, could they be stacking the deck?
No. Are you saying you don't want every person who's eligible to vote?
Eligible? Yes. Who's eligible? Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. Who is not eligible to vote?
Undocumented aliens.
18?
Undocumented aliens.
That's correct. But you don't, just like in Houston, this last election, you don't make it more difficult for people to drop off their voting. I haven't voted in person in 15 years, and I vote every election through the mail.
All right, but
I put a stamp on it, or I drop it off at the drop box.
Here's my view of it, and see if you can agree with this. Everyone who votes absentee, first of all, has a right to do so, but they have to get their ballot in the mail before the closing of polls on Election Day. If you put your ballot in the mail after Election Day, what? Sounds right.
Sounds great to me. Get
Perfect.
it in before.
Okay,
the polls
then I
close.
don't disagree with that. The law in Georgia, for example, how does it exclude one group of voters?
Well, let's see. If you are disabled or you don't have the fine out and mail that, even a stamp for some people is expensive. You know it as well as I do. There's a lot of people that are hurting.
Well, and how are they going to vote?
Why not just make it as easy as possible for people to vote? If you've got few voting places and you've got to line up for hours, and by golly, people who give you water, they're trying to buy your vote. Come on.
Here's my view of this. First of all, there are exceptions to every law. If you are so disabled and cannot afford a stamp, there needs to be a way for you to vote. I'm going to give you that.
Good.
Going to give you that. Not a problem. If you get your ballot in on time, not a problem. I don't have a problem with that at all.
Well, that's great.
And I don't have a problem with the state providing water to people online. But you have to recognize the fact that there are those people that might use it in an illegitimate way. Now, having said that, I believe voting is a great privilege in this country. You have the right to vote, but it's a privilege to exercise it that you choose to exercise or you choose not to exercise. And I don't agree with that. I think you should exercise it. I don't think it's too much to ask people one day a year, for example, in a presidential election or any other election for that matter, to get off their duff and go vote. Now, if you can't do it, we've always had absentee ballot. And if you are out of town, you're unable medically, I mean, there's a whole host of reasons. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. My problem is, for example, wide open absentee ballots, because I do think that can lead to problems. So I think.
How can it lead to problems, Art? Because why not make it available for everybody as long as you vote?
Well, in Michigan it is.
What difference does it make if you show up at the poll or you put it in the mailbox or you put it in the drop box?
Okay, if you do that, I don't have a problem with it. In other words, if you put it in the mailbox, I don't have a problem with it. But there are some states that allow people to gather up all these ballots for people. I have a problem with that. I think your ballot needs to be protected by you dropping it in the mailbox. I don't have an issue with that at all.
Could I ask you one more question? I'm in a nursing home. And my daughter comes over, brings me my vote, my absentee ballot, and I fill it out, and I ask her to take care of it for me.
Okay.
You have a problem with that?
I don't have a problem with a family member doing it for an individual. I would have a problem if your daughter went around the nursing home and said, hey, I'm going to drop off his, give me all yours. I would have a problem with that. Does the nursing home not have a mailbox or a drop-off system where you can send a letter?
Probably they don't have a drop box because a lot of them are limited. Remember Houston, one drop box for the whole county?
Yeah, well, that's Texas. You know, we're in Michigan. I worry about Michigan's law.
What I'm saying is, this is what I see the Republicans doing. Now, I used to be an independent voter. I voted right person, but it seems to me more and more that I'm switching more to the Democrat. I still vote for a few Republicans, but it's getting fewer and fewer.
Well,
and I think Trump has a lot to do with that.
But guess what? You're not seeing that in Michigan, where you vote.
That's true.
It's just the opposite in Michigan, isn't it?
But what do you suppose if we had a Republican governor and a Republican legislature, what do you suppose they would do?
I don't know. They might change it. They might not.
I think it'd be just like the other states. All these
then you choose,
because people are afraid to have everybody vote.
Then you choose who to vote for, don't you? If your feeling is that you don't trust Republicans to come into office because of what they might do to the voting law, then you don't vote for them. If the majority of the people in the state do, then they get elected. If the majority don't, they don't get elected. And remember, Michigan is kind of progressive in this way. The citizens of this state voted to get rid of gerrymandering, didn't they? We now have,
yes, they did.
We now have a group that will set up boundaries theoretically in a nonpartisan way. And I hope they do.
I hope it works.
If it works. Exactly. If it were, you're absolutely right. Because, you know, politics makes for strange bedfellows. But we'll find out. Jerry, I got to run. I got to take a break. But thanks for your call. I appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you for commenting. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye-bye now. All right, Paul, hang on. We'll get to you after these notes on the Art Lewis Show.
So, what do you think? You nailed the custom cabinets. And the countertop is perfect.
It makes the space.
I'm in love with my kitchen again.
Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery showroom and design makes your dream spaces a reality with custom cabinetry and a variety of countertop options like Corian, granite, and quartz. Offering in-home personalized consultation. We're with you from inspiration to installation. Your dream space is just a phone call away. PremierKitchenandBathGallery.com.
Drive home a winner at Saginaw Eagles Landing. Every Saturday in March, it's RV There Yet, and your chance to win a $30,000 voucher for a new RV. Each week from 5 to 9 p.m., you can win up to $1,000 cash. Then on Saturday, March 27th, one lucky player can get behind the wheel of a new RV. RV There Yet, every Saturday in March. Only at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Let your fun out. Visit saginaw-eagleslanding.com for complete.
RocketGrabPlus.com. This week's deal on RocketGrabPlus.com is for the Hamptons Boutique Tanning and Salon. You're going to get a $25 gift certificate for only $12.50. You can use that gift certificate for a brow tint and shaping with Courtney, shellac nails with Rebecca. You can use it for the boutique itself, or you can use it for tanning. Head to RocketGrabPlus.com right now to snag your deal.
RocketGrabPlus.com.
What do you get when you talk to a Dell Technologies advisor? You get someone who understands there's an art to listening. More than what's being said, and can provide tailored small business solutions that make you feel truly heard.
I understand. Let's get started.
For advice on everything from laptops to the cloud and solutions powered by Intel vPro platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
Spring forward at Banana Republic Factory with 50 to 70% off everything. Shop season favorites from colorful dresses to easy tops from $19.99. Find your nearest store or shop online. Public Factory. Shop 50 to 70% off almost everything at Gap Factory. Get 60% off select jeans and dresses. Shop the sale through March 28th at Gap Factory and gapfactory.com.
On the next Mark Levine Camp and Robin show, it's the Friday Five, and I'll just say it's eye-opening. You mean it's about that Biden press conference?
Mark Levine Camp and Robbins. Weekdays at 0.5 and 790. News Radio WSGW.
And we're back with you on the Art Lewis Show for this Friday morning. Paul is in Saginaw. Paul, good morning.
Morning, Art. Let me give you some news that flew under the radar. And I got my information from a Minnesota church newspaper. You know who Hank Aaron is, the baseball player.
Yep.
That died at 86. Well, before he died, he was not sick. And he told his family, I absolutely do not want the vaccine shot. And they said, oh, you got to have it because you're 86 and high risk. He said, I don't want it, but I'll take it just to get you off my back. So he took the shot, and he was not sick after the shot, but 3 days later, he died in his sleep.
And you got that from one church. You got that from one church bulletin. Is that right? No other news source. No other church newspaper. No other source.
Right.
Well, okay.
And the family refused to do an autopsy because they didn't want to be blamed for,
all right.
You know,
all right.
to make him.
So where are we going with this? So what?
So we don't know why what caused his death, but it was 3 days after he got his.
Okay, we got that. All right. Good enough, Paul.
All right.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Let's talk to Ed in Harrison. Ed, good morning to you. Ed, are you there? There you are.
Yes, I am.
Good.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hi. Anyway, on the voting deal here, every state is supposed to be able to set up their own way for each state to vote. I don't agree with what Congress wants to do, set up a national control over every state. I thought that was part of our state's right to have the way each state wants to vote, or how you do it.
It is.
And another thing, too, there are also people talking about, people don't have IDs to do this, to do that. There isn't much in law you cannot do without having an ID. You can't apply for any state assistance programs. You have to have an ID of some kind to prove who you are.
Yep.
So why is it such a big deal to require somebody to have an ID to vote? I can't even vote in a local union election without having an ID.
Yep. Yep. I got you. I agree. Absolutely. All right. Take care.
All right. All right. You have a good day.
Bye-bye now. And I have word here that Hank Aaron died of natural causes, according to multiple sources, not just one church newsletter. And let's talk to Al in Midland. Al, good morning.
Good morning, Arthur. Hey, on this voting deal, there's an interesting story of how Edgar Allan Poe died. There was a practice way back. They would get people liquored up, beat them up a bit, and put them in shabby clothes, and then point them toward the voting booth to go walk to vote. And they would be so disoriented that they would vote the way that somebody had suggested. And several days later, he passed away. And that surrounding his death, they couldn't figure out why he was dressed in shabby clothes. And it was kind of an interesting.
Guess we don't do that anymore, I hope.
Yeah, I think this was a Democratic technique that ran. They were getting upset that they were losing votes, and so they started this practice. And it's kind of a strange story, and I'm surprised I ran across it, and nobody ever talks about it in school or anything. This is early history.
From one source, though.
Well, yeah, they can't prove. They can't explain why he was in shabby clothes when he came to town dressed up to the nines.
So it's speculation.
And he died in shabby clothes. Why did he die in shabby clothes?
I don't know, but it's speculation how he died in shabby clothes.
I realize that, but it's a strange story.
Well,
And
that it is. Yeah, you got that right.
then,
It's a very strange
back then
story.
they had very poor documentation of like pictures and things like that.
All right.
Hey, the other day, you I don't know. I had other things on my mind. You're right about the taxes. I was looking past that. My suggestion was that if companies buy their stock value, it makes them more valuable, and then the company can turn around and sell what they bought. So it's a shell game.
Well, if they do that. Many companies don't do that. They buy to
prop up their financials.
Yeah, but see, that's all paper money. That's all.
I realize
it's all on paper.
That's right. It's all paper money.
Well, it's all
and
money on paper.
And they do that to improve their stock value.
Yeah.
So it makes the company more valuable. You are right about the way the taxes are. I had other things on my.
It's all right. All right.
I was looking past that, but you were exactly right about that.
All right, Al. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Last caller is going to be Mark in Bay City for this hour. Mark, good morning to you.
Good morning, Art. How are you, sir?
We're all right.
Well, I'm going to play nice in the sandbox today. My observation on the Biden press conference yesterday.
Yeah,
I think James Clyburn is the guy that is giving a lot of the marching orders on what's going on.
Who's that?
If you remember James Clyburn,
okay,
he's the one that that 0% in the when they were facing off. He's the one that said that Biden is our guy. He's the one that's gonna, we need to support him. And all of a sudden, he got the nomination. But his name keeps getting mentioned, and it was mentioned in his speech or his press conference. Also, I think in 34 days, the teachers or the schools will go back to being fully reopened. Never let a crisis go to waste. And then it sounds like in the infrastructure that they're going to get money for schools.
They got the infrastructure bill. Only a third of the money goes for infrastructure.
Well, the reason why I say it's going to go towards schools is because Biden said yesterday, I believe, that kids can't get drinking water in some schools.
Yeah, I heard that. So, hey, I got to run for time here, but we'll talk again. Mark, thanks a lot. Bye-bye now. Let me talk to you a moment about Thalen Ram Truck, because if you watch the highways and byways in Michigan, you know we're in love with pickup trucks. And the one I fancy is the one I'm driving this month, the Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab 4x4 from Thalen Ram in Bay City. And Ram trucks bring you confidence in the most demanding road conditions. No compromises, capability, technology, luxury, and they have a host of best-in-class features and class exclusives. There is a Ram truck tailored for your needs, and you'll find one at Thalen Ram Truck on North Euclid Avenue in Bay City. Look over their inventory. Take the Ram truck of your dreams for a test drive. Sit down with a Thalen Ram representative. Talk about buying or leasing a Ram truck. There may be incentives available for you. You know, Thalen searches the marketplace for the best price on their new and used vehicles, and that's what they pass on to you because it's the right thing to do. Online, thinkthalen.com. I'll be back to close out the hour.
As a Blue Cross Medicare member, you can expect access to care as soon as you need it. Just call our customer service team for the help and information you need. You can also schedule appointments for checkups or routine care at a time that's convenient for you. With Blue Cross, it's easy to get the care, tests, or treatment you need whenever you need them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence comes with every card. To learn more, visit bcbsm.com/seniorcare.
While you're comfortable inside your home or business, the weather takes a toll on your roof. Wind, rain, hail. To the sun cause premature failure of your shingles. Everyone loves to save money. If you have an aging roof, don't spend a lot of money on replacement. Get a RoofMax shingle treatment and get some peace of mind. Get more life for less money. Guaranteed with RoofMax. A powerful fusion of science and nature. Call Ben today at 859-6751.
All right, that'll do it for this hour. We'll be back next hour with more open phones.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, and Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Months after two Georgia Democrats headed to the U.S. Senate, Governor Brian Kemp has signed a new voting law.
There's no doubt there were many alarming issues with how the election was handled, and those problems understandably led to the crisis of confidence in the ballot box here in Georgia.
New rules will require photo ID for mail-in votes, and use of ballot drop boxes will be limited. CBS's Nancy Cordes says other states may follow suit.
Republicans in at least 43 changes they claim are necessary to protect election security. Democrats say the measures will make voting more difficult, especially for their base, minorities and young voters.
Search and rescue crews are hoping to find survivors after at least 24 tornadoes ripped through the South, most of them in Alabama.
I just got in the tub and put the pillows over my head and the blanket and just prayed.
At least 5 people were killed. Homes were reduced to piles of wood. More storms are expected in the South tomorrow. Officials in Miami Beach are bracing for another spring break weekend. Mayor Dan Gelber tells WF.
Party is over. There's no reason why we project to the world, we have 170 businesses that can sell drinks till 5 in the morning. There's no reason why we have to project to the world that if you want to party hard, come here. We don't want that.
He blames problems on what he calls dangerous people, not college kids blowing off steam. A vigil is planned for tonight at the Albion Hotel, where police say a 24-year-old Pennsylvania woman was drugged and raped before she was found dead in her room. We weren't buying as much last month. Household spending was down 1%. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger. Turnaround.
Spending fell in February, but it is expected to pick up in March and April as people start spending some of their $1,400 stimulus checks.
With so many people getting vaccinated against COVID, the next question is, how long will immunity last? Dr. Alyssa Appel at the University of California, San Francisco.
It's possible that those who are getting
or are excessively exposed to stress without the resilience factors are going to have a real decline in their antibody response.
There's online backlash over freebies for the vaccinated.
Krispy Kreme's got you covered.
Social media critics say the donut maker's promotion ignores the danger of extra pandemic poundage and prioritization of obese people for shots. The Dow is up 112 points in early trading, S&P ahead 15. This is CBS News.
Indeed believes less is more. Indeed's Instant Match instantly searches its database of millions of resumes, delivering candidates who best fit your job.com/credit.
Have you found yourself looking around your house and, wishing?
Wish we had a pool.
Wish I didn't share my office with a washer and dryer.
Wish we could have a real master bathroom.
Lightstream can make your wishes a reality with a fixed home improvement loan. With Lightstream, you'll get rates as low as 3.99% APR with autopay and excellent credit. Go to lightstream.com/easy today, and radio listeners can get an additional interest rate discount. The application takes minutes online with no appraisals, no fees, and no home equity required. Make your home the home you wished for. Apply today at lightstream.com/additional interest rate discount. That's lightstream.com/easy for an additional discount. Lightstream.com/EASY.
Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 3.99% APR to 16.49% APR and include a 0.5% autopay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/easy for more information. Equal housing lender.
Right now, Allstate has almost as many types of music. Save for being a new customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent to get a quote. Find out how much you can save today. Allstate. Now that should be music to your ears.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. DriveWise is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Smithbrook, Illinois.
What do you get when you talk to a Dell Technologies advisor? You get someone who understands, who's able to hear more than what's being said, and can provide tailored small business solutions that make you feel truly heard.
I understand. Let's get started.
For advice on everything from laptops to the cloud and solutions powered by Intel vPro platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
Live from the 100.5 and 790 newsroom, this is WSGW News.
37 degrees at 10:05. Good morning. The U.S. Air Force is drawing fire from Oscoda area residents over plans to clean PFAS contamination around the old Wurtsmith base property. Military attorneys say state regulations do not apply to their plans for a groundwater treatment system of a polluted wetland. But residents argue the Air Force did not take local input in forming their plans. E-scooters, commonly seen in cities around the country like Detroit, San Francisco, Miami, and more, as quick eco-friendly transportation, are coming to Midland. WSGW's Rick Antonio has more.
Expected to be implemented by the end of spring, Bird e-scooters has been approved to use models to the Northwood University campus, downtown, and Center City areas. Jeff DeHaven, CEO of Digital Mitten Marketing, has been one of the major partners in promoting the idea and says it's an easy and safe way to travel around the city without emissions put off by vehicles.
You're going to see these scooters. When you're out and about, download the Bird app, scan the QR code right on the top of the scooter. It's $1 to unlock, and then you're able to take that and ride that around wherever you would like a bicycle. Once you're done and get to your destination, you just kind of leave the scooter in a safe location and take a photo of it, and you charge 10 to 15 cents per minute for the destination that you went from.
The scooters can be ridden on nearly any road, path, or street that a bicycle can within a specified geo-fenced area. To help with the rollout and maintenance, you can apply for jobs, internships, and volunteer opportunities at midlandbird.com. Rick Antonio, News Radio 100.5 and 790.
WSGW News Time coming up on 10:07.
While we've been staying safe at home, scientists have been on a journey. The destination, a COVID-19 vaccine. This journey began decades ago with research into other coronaviruses. Scientists built from there with months of research and development, cooperation with other experts worldwide, and clinical trials on tens of thousands of volunteers of diverse race They arrived at a safe, effective vaccine, and hundreds of thousands in Michigan have already been vaccinated. But the next step is ours. We need to get the vaccine when we can. Keep wearing masks correctly and taking precautions until we reach our destination, freedom from COVID-19 and getting back to the lives we love. Discover the facts for yourself at michigan.gov/COVID vaccine. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
WSGW News Time is coming up on 10:08. Flint getting a fire at a condemned apartment building, which is considered suspicious. The fire was at the Richfield Court Apartments around 4:30 a.m. yesterday. The building has been condemned for more than a month, though there were still people living there. All 7 managed to escape the burning building, including a family with a newborn baby. 2 dogs were reported killed and a cat went missing. It's not known if any people were injured. An Easter basket giveaway takes place tomorrow for kids in Saginaw at Hoyt Park. The Easter Bunny, working together with the Saginaw County Sheriff's Department, Saginaw Mayor Brenda Moore, and Platinum Wireless, will be giving the baskets away from 3 rain or shine. Baskets include items like toys, candy, and activities. Additional mystery and golden eggs will hold special prizes. There'll also be entertainment and free hot dogs while supplies last. Residents are asked to use the entrance near the Saginaw Children's Zoo and make sure you and your child are wearing face coverings during the event. Detroit businessman Dan Gilbert is announcing a $500 million investment to improve Detroit neighborhoods over the next 10 years. The first $15 million will be used to help homeowners pay back property taxes.
I'd like to see the people of Detroit benefit. When you look at the energy level downtown right now, we and have the whole city have that energy.
Gilbert says the money should be able to help 20,000 homeowners. Have you ever been stalked? Catherine Marsh, co-founder of Right Response Consulting, says sometimes it's hard for a victim to tell if they're being stalked.
Stalking at its basic component is a course of conduct that's designed to harass, bother, or place in fear a victim. So at the point they feel that's happening, they're being stalked and they can start to take action.
Marsh says 1 in 6 women and 1 in 19 men in the United States have experienced stalking. Tickets are now on sale for the Detroit Tigers' 13 home games in April. Club Vice President Ron Colangelo says the timing for the return of baseball couldn't be better.
There's a lot of optimism about the ball club, and we're super thrilled and excited. I mean, it's the time of year that gives us optimism, hope, and especially as we push forward in 2021, doing what's necessary to fight the virus. Baseball right now couldn't come at a better time.
The Tigers will play 81 home games this year, with tickets for the remainder of the season going on sale at a later date. Fans will notice safety guidelines to wear face masks. When you see news happening, call the WSGW Newsroom 752-0790. It's 1010. I'm Ann Williams.
Here's your WSGW weatherology forecast. We'll see mostly cloudy skies here for today with a high into the upper 40s to 20 miles per hour and at times gusting as high as 35. Then for tonight, partly cloudy sky conditions, a low near 31. By Saturday, a slight chance for rain showers here late. Partial sunshine develops, high around 57 degrees. Then by Sunday, a slight chance for rain early on. Then skies become mostly sunny, a high around 48. Monday, mostly sunny skies, a high of 56 degrees. Tuesday, sunny, high of 65. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki with the WSGW weatherology forecast. Currently, it's 36.
Now, the only local radio talk show offering you the that express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online WSGW.com.
Good morning to you. Welcome back. Hour number 2 of the Art Lewis Show with open phones throughout the morning, right up till 11 o'clock. 752-6111, toll free inside the state of Michigan is 866-790 WSGW. outside the state, call 989-752-6111. Open phones, as I said, whatever you'd like to chat about. I have a couple of things I want to bring up. We've talked about electric cars here a number of times on the program, and there was an announcement today that I think is the future of the competitive side of electric cars. I have said, for example, in the past, I would buy an electrical vehicle only when the batteries could give me maybe 1,000 miles of usage before I had to recharge. And everybody says, oh, you know, that's a long, long way off. Well, here's an announcement today from Mercedes. The headline is Mercedes to unveil flagship electric sedan with Tesla beating battery. They are going to introduce a sedan that they claim will go, in their numbers, 700 kilometers, which works out to 435 miles of range. That's what they expect to achieve in lab testing. So we are moving in the direction. I mean, you know, 435 miles is better than 235 miles or 300 miles. I mean, 435 miles from where we are, for example, in Saginaw, is an easy round trip to Detroit and tooling around in Detroit with mileage to spare. It's getting to be reasonable. And as manufacturers begin to compete in this marketplace, that's going to be the competitive edge. How far will your vehicle go on a charge? And I think that that this is a step in the right direction. Don't know what it's going to cost. Haven't seen a price on it yet. But 435 miles of range is not bad. BMW working on increased mileage. A number of car manufacturers are. And that's going to be the competition. It's going to be interesting to watch. Carl is in Saginaw, so we're going to go to our phones and talk to Carl this morning. Good morning, Carl.
Good morning, Art. Getting back to voter ID, that subject you were on last hour. Can you help? I'm trying to remember. Back in '86, did they have picture ID for voting? I'm trying to remember if they had that or not.
When was that?
1776.
Oh,
you know,
probably not, since
independent-
photography hadn't been invented yet.
Oh, well, somehow they were able to hold elections back then without picture ID.
Don't know what they
Wonder how
required. I don't know what they required back then.
Well, it's probably because you knew your neighbor. You probably knew
Probably.
everybody in your town.
Yeah, that's probably true.
And if somebody
And
strange
you
showed
rode
up,
your horse to the poll.
that's probably true. Art, I've got a question. You're media savvy, so I'd like to ask you this question. I've been wondering about this. I saw that Donald Trump called into Fox News last night.
Yep.
And when he does that, they just put up, they put up a Tyler phone and a little picture of a phone, but he doesn't call in. He doesn't call in live on camera. Art, even you have a camera.
Oh, he could do it if he wanted. I'm sure he could.
But why doesn't he?
Don't know.
I mean,
have no idea.
I mean, when I watch the news, every correspondent, every reporter has a camera in their home, and you see what their study or their living room looks like, because we're seeing all these people.
I mean, he could do it. There's no two ways about it. He could do it from a technological standpoint. He's probably got everything he needs. He could do it if he wants to do it. I have no idea why he doesn't do it.
Okay, well, TV is a visual medium, obviously.
But all that may be true, but that doesn't explain why he doesn't do it.
Yes, but doesn't it seem odd? I mean, that nobody else.
Well,
nobody else seems to be able to get away with that.
It's the network's choice. If they want him, that may be. If they want to talk to him, that may be his rules.
I bet it's not their first choice, though, to have just a photograph of Donald Trump just
Maybe not. However, two things to consider. One, it's their choice if they want to have him, and if he says, I'm going to do it by phone, they decide whether they want to talk to him or not. So obviously they've decided that. Secondly,
Yes.
we don't know where he was or if there was a facility available for him to do it. Now, I would think in this day and age, he could have taken his cell phone and done it, because I've seen that. But, that was his
in
choice.
Mar-a-Lago, they've got to have a room.
If he was there,
if he
was there, I don't know.
Was there.
Oh, well, in that case, yeah. Well, he chose not to for whatever reason.
Yeah, but he's chosen that for the last 3 or 4 months.
Well, that's his choice, though.
Into shows all the time.
That's his choice.
I just thought maybe you'd have.
No, I mean, it's the bottom line is it's his choice. And if you want to talk to him, that's the way you have to do it. That's his choice.
Okay.
Now, I don't know why. I can't tell you why, nor can I tell you that I agree with it, because I'd rather see him live. If I have to listen or watch, I want to see the person talking. So I would agree with you. He should do it, but it's his choice not to.
Yeah. Apparently, he's very upset about Twitter still not being able to.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Twitter, and he's lost a lot of his megaphone.
Absolutely,
because of that.
Absolutely. So he's
Hey,
using
Omar,
other platforms.
You said before you don't to run in 3.5 years. Why do you think that? Why do you believe that?
Why do I believe what? That he won't run?
That Trump is not going to. Didn't you say? Haven't you said it a couple times?
Yeah, I don't think he will. And it's a gut feeling. I mean, it's a gut feeling. I think by then there will be, and we don't know whom yet, but I think there will be other Republicans coming to the forefront. DeSantis of Florida has been mentioned. I think that he will be a behind-the-scenes player. I do not see him running. I don't see him running again. I could be dead wrong. Now, mind you, I could be dead wrong because, as I said, it's just a gut feeling. But that's my feeling. I just don't think he's going to run again.
Okay. All right.
So time will tell.
That's what I wanted to know. Yeah. Well, it's kind of wide open right now, so anything.
Oh, yeah, anything is possible.
So,
we apparently know that Joe Biden is going to run again, though, because he was asked. And I have to tell you, that was a stupid question at the press conference. Come on. He's been in office 64 days, and they're already pressing him on 4 years down the road. That was one of those wasted opportunities.
I would actually like Biden to say he is not going to run again.
Well,
he's going to put all his energy into running the country, not running for re-election. I would actually like to hear him say that.
Yeah. Well, he in some ways he did, but he was pushed to answer the question, so he did. So anyway, I was not, I wasn't impressed with the press, and I wasn't overly impressed with his responses, but that's me. I mean, I just looked at it. I thought some of it was good. I was surprised that he didn't get asked anything about COVID. Now, he opened up with a statement about COVID, but nobody asked about it. And I was really surprised. There wasn't much on gun control. I was really surprised. It was kind of almost a staged press conference, the way it was handled. So I was a little disappointed in that. But other than that, I mean, at least he went before the press.
Yeah, they're all kind of staged.
In some ways, yeah. In some ways, you're right. All right, Carl, I got to run.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks, sir.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Father Andrew, hang on. We will get to you. Let me see if I can give away some money. It's time to play the WSGW Spring Into Cash contest. Right now, you can qualify to win the daily cash prize of $1,000 by entering the following winning word online at WSGW.com. And the winning word is lake, L-A-K-E. Don't jump into the lake unless you can swim. Enter that word online. It's an Alpha Media company-wide contest. One winner chosen each day, must be 18 or older to play. Complete rules at WSGW.com. Spring into Cash on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW. We'll be back.
It's all about the nose. It's your air filter, the first line of defense against bacteria and viruses. If too many germs get stuck in your nose, guess what? You get sick. That's why it's so important to keep your nose clean, just like washing your hands. Germs by rinsing the nasal cavity, but neti pots are hard to use and, frankly, kind of gross. Now there's a better way to keep your nose clean and help your body protect itself. It's called Navage Nasal Care. Navage uses powered suction to flush out allergens, mucus, bacteria, and viruses. Millions use Navage for fast, all-natural relief from sinus congestion and allergies, and to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier without drugs. Navage is easy to use, affordable, and comes with an absolute guarantee of satisfaction. You wash your hands and brush your teeth every day. Now it's time to start cleaning your nose with Navage at Navage.com, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
If I'm not commuting anymore, where do I really want to live?
While you handle life's questions, Merrill Guided Investing helps you manage your portfolio and invest for your next move with the option to work with an advisor at a low cost and minimum. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/investing goals to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, both a registered broker-dealer and investment advisor, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
What do you get when you talk to a Dell Technologies advisor? Who understands there's an art to listening.
Sure.
Who's able to hear more than what's being said and can provide tailored small business solutions that make you feel truly heard.
I understand. Let's get started.
For advice on everything from laptops to the cloud and solutions powered by Intel vPro platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Stocks opened higher. Consumer spending and personal income both declined last month. The decrease was expected in January because of stimulus payments. Incomes were down 7.1% in February. Spending declined 1%. Microsoft is now said to be in advanced discussions to buy messaging app Discord and is apparently willing to pay $10 billion or more. Ford's F-150 truck production has been hit by the global shortage of semiconductor chips. It's idling its truck plant in Dearborn, Michigan through the weekend. Tesla has lost a battle with the United Auto Workers Union, which asked the NLRB to rule on an anti-union tweet from CEO Elon Musk. It must be removed and company employees will the media. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Coselda, invested in you.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Proper, effective, healthy bowel movements are easy to attain, and so many areas of your life get better. Go to poopfix.com. Gentle and clean. Go to poopfix.com. That's poopfix.com.
I know we did the daylight saving time thing. Can we just call it and just leave it like it is from now on? Just leave it daylight saving time.
Tom Sullivan, weeknights at 7 on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.
All right, we're back with you. The Art Lewis Show for this Friday morning. Open phones. Father Andrew's with us. Father, good morning.
Good morning. Hey, I was thinking maybe the reason why President Trump doesn't have a camera thing, maybe he has, like me, a landline.
I would doubt it.
Landlines have cords on them, and we don't have cameras.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I'm kind of guessing that he probably doesn't. just a guess.
Well,
just a guess.
Benefit of the doubt. And
And maybe, when he was president and he used to go on Fox, he didn't have a camera then either. He just talked. He wasn't on a camera thing.
I mean, it may be his choice.
So, yeah, I don't know why Carl gets so upset with the poor guy. But, I don't know. I think if Carl said one nice thing about him, I'd probably have a heart attack. So I guess I'm kind of glad he doesn't. I've never heard anything positive.
No, well, he's not his favorite person. So what can I tell you? Which is fine. I mean, it's everybody's choice. It's everybody's choice.
And then, when you advertise that thing, how did you sleep last night? I always want to yell at you and say, with my eyes closed.
Oh, Father.
But, so is this your Passover now? Is it coming up now? Or
Yeah.
are you going to have it when we have our Pascha?
No, I got to look at the dates, but yeah, it's coming.
Okay. Because, in Western, Easter is real early this year, and our Pascha or Easter is the 2nd of May. And sometimes the more conservative Jewish synagogues celebrate before our Pascha,
Yeah.
It just depends,
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, regardless, have a nice Passover.
Thank you.
And all that coming up.
All right.
I said, even the it's so early, You
Yeah.
use those in the church.
Well, it is. Good Friday is what? Good Friday is
Friday.
Tuesday. Not Tuesday. The 2nd of April, right?
The 2nd of April is Western Easter, yeah.
Right.
Another second, the 2nd of the 4th.
So is yours? Well, the 4th is Easter
Friday's
Sunday,
the
right? Friday's
Yeah,
the 2nd. Good Friday's. Now, is the Ukrainian church different? The Orthodox
we use the
churches?
Julian, we use the Julian calendar.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're 13 days different.
Yeah. All right.
But so there you be, But anyway, have a good and take care of yourselves.
You too. We'll talk to
again.
you.
God bless.
You too,
Bye-bye.
Father. Thank you. Bye-bye now. Amanda is in Saginaw. Amanda, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm like you. I like to get off my duff and go boat in person. But people in Saginaw, it's not fair the way I've lived half my married life on the east side and half over here. Well, I happen to be working the Saginaw Heights area. I'm a ex-mail carrier. I'm retired.
Mm-hmm.
And I could, somebody happened to be walking into the house. I said, what's going on in Saginaw Heights?
Yep.
And they were boating.
I
She waited 4 hours at Jessie
Yeah.
Rouse.
Yep.
And said she was glad she went early because the line was twice as long when she got out.
I don't know.
I know at Saginaw High, they went and removed boating booths that year.
Yeah, I don't know what the reasons are, and I've seen it. I because when I was doing reporting, I drove around to various polling places, and it was obvious that over on the east side there was something wrong because the lines were huge, and I often wondered why they did that. I don't know why they did that.
I told my husband, we got to hurry up and go, and walked right in and voted.
Yep.
And I live probably 12 minutes away from Saginaw High.
Yep. So I can't tell you why, but I've seen it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Sure, Obama probably would have got 90 million if they would have had the mail-in.
Well, we had mail-in for the last election. Oh, Obama. Oh, I say you, Obama. Okay. Yeah.
Obama.
All right. Good enough.
Yeah.
Amanda,
Bye.
thanks for calling. Bye-bye now. Chris in Saginaw. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
Morning.
I have the legitimate reason why the Orthodox Church Easter is after the non-Orthodox.
All right.
And we get candy at half price.
Oh, Chris. I know Chris, and he's associated with St. Demetrius, the Greek Orthodox Church. And that's a funny line, actually. That's a very funny line.
Well, and it's true. We do get candy at half price.
Oh, my
I wanna
friend.
write that one down, you know.
Yeah,
When your,
yeah, I got it. I
your
got it.
father calls you again, tell him, say, is that the reason why you guys are late? You know?
I will ask him if he calls again. And he will call. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
That's great. That is absolutely great. All right. Chris, thanks a lot.
Yeah, bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. I love it when he lightens it up like that. So the Orthodox wait 13 days because they get candy at half price. Okay. Our lines are open for you. Saginaw Bay City 752-6111. Toll free 866-790-WSGW. That'll put you in touch with us, whatever's on your mind, whatever you'd like to chat about. I started out talking about electric vehicles or Mercedes and how mileage is going to be the competitive thing, you know, more miles out of the battery. It's already going on. And I didn't even realize this. Mercedes announced that they would be able to get 435 miles. Tesla has a long-range version of the Model S that they estimate will get 412 miles. And the Mercedes vehicle had to go a few miles further. And now Mercedes may not have that lead for long. The story I have says a startup, Lucid Motors, said will sell a version of its Air sedan that offers 517 miles in range. And Tesla has estimated the Model S Plaid Plus, slated later this year, will get 520 miles. So how long will I have to wait to get my 1,000-mile EV? Might not be too much longer. Jerry is in Midland. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Art. I have a little question for you. Thought maybe you might be able to answer. My wife and I have both received our COVID shots, 1 and 2, and we plan on carrying our card with us because I guess you're supposed to. And we took a copy of it and made to carry with us and keep the original here at home. But somebody told me that they won't accept copies. Have you heard anything about that?
I have not. And there's a question, too, as to whether or not the card is going to be a valid way of identifying. Because from what I heard, there was a speculation that they can be so easily forged. You get a blank card and you can write anything on it you want. So the question was, is it going to be a valid way of proving? Right now, it's the only way. There's been a lot of talk in the industry, in the travel industry, about what they're calling a COVID passport. I don't know what that future is going to be, to tell you the truth. I would carry the card. I do carry my card with me exactly as it is. I don't have a copy of it, which is not a bad idea to make one and have it at home, but I carry the card with me. I don't know what use it'll be, but I carry it with me, and I can't tell you if anybody who is accepting the card would accept the copy. I don't know.
It looks the same except for the back. I guess we could easily make.
You'd almost have to have both the front and back. Yeah, if you're going to carry a copy, you'd almost have to have it as an exact copy.
Yeah. Although the back doesn't really say much, it's pretty much got some writing on it, but
It had dates on it, but really, in order to have it accurate, you'd have to have both sides. But again, I don't know if they'll accept it or not. Can't tell you.
Yeah. All you can do is try.
Yeah, all you can do is try. I wouldn't worry about it until I'm asked. Where are you going to get asked for it? Nobody asked for them right now.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, nobody asked for them. And you still have to get tested if you go in. Some hospitals, for example, if you go in for a procedure, they're going to COVID test you anyway, even though you had your shots.
Yeah.
If you're traveling to other states that have restrictions, they're going to require testing, even if you've had your shots. So, who knows where this is going to go. It's going to be interesting to watch it, though, particularly as more and more people get vaccinated. So All right.
Yes.
Congratulations on getting your
All
two
right, well,
shots.
thank you, sir.
You bet. Take care,
Thank
Jerry.
you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Saginaw Bay City, 752-6111, toll free 866-790 WSGW. More ahead. We'll be back after these notes.
What you thinking about?
Oh, nothing. Just looking for inspiration.
Oh, here. Inspiration. Noun. The process of being mentally stimulated, especially to do something creative. There.
I know what it is. I want to find it.
Okay, then let's go to Designer's Touch.
You read my mind.
Designer's Touch Decorating Center is your inspiration store. Whether you're looking to upgrade your current countertops or need that personal touch for your new tiled shower or kitchen backsplash, with over 70 years of combined designer experience, we can make your space feel more like home. Designer's Touch Decorating. Quality ceramic and porcelain tile, including American Olean, Dull Tile, Marazzi, and their newest collection from Happy Floors and many others. Even Cambria Quartz, American made and fabricated locally. Go to dtdecorating.com to learn more, or stop in Midland Road in Freeland. No appointment necessary, but always appreciated.
RocketGrabPlus.com. This week's deal on RocketGrabPlus.com is for the Hamptons Boutique Tanning and Salon. You're going to get a $25 gift certificate for only $12.50. You can use that gift certificate for a brow tint and shaving with Courtney, shellac nails with Rebecca. You can use it for the boutique itself, or you can use it for tanning. Head to RocketGrabPlus.com right now to snag your deal. RocketGrabPlus.com.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. For a limited time, you can get a queen-size premium MyPillow for the lowest price ever. $9.98, now only $29.98. You can adjust MyPillow's patented fill so you have the exact support you need regardless of your sleep position. It comes with a 10-year warranty. It's washable and dryable so it stays healthy, and it's 100% made in the USA. I'm also going to give you deep discounts on all my MyPillow products, including my Giza Dream bed sheets, my mattress toppers, bath towels, and so much more. That's $29.98 for a queen-size premium MyPillow, the lowest price ever, and deep discounts on all my MyPillow products.
Go to MyPillow.com and click on the Radio Listeners Square and use promo code SKY, S-K-Y, for this amazing special, or call 800-635-1825 and use promo code SKY.
Listen to this radio.com app. Connect with your favorite radio shows through contests, social media, and podcasts. Create custom alarms with your favorite radio stations, all free with the radio.com app. Sean Hannity, weekdays at 3 on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW. Direct from the Stone Specialist Studios. This is 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW. It's the Art Lewis Show for a Friday morning, and Amy is in Prudentville. Amy, good morning to you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to make a comment about that vaccination card.
Yeah.
You know, you're right that it's not super official, and right now it is the only thing that we have at the time. But I've been giving the COVID vaccine since the first of the year, and yeah, there's a few things with that card. Is one, it's not very official. Two, the size of it is make a copy, because we don't know exactly what those are going to be used for. But if you need it, you hate to be without it.
Well, I have to tell you, after listening to you, you mind reader, I have in my little card holder in my pocket my card, which I folded in half to get it in. And when you fold it in half, it's almost the size of a business card. So I just folded it in half and stuck it in my business card holder.
Exactly. And another thing I would recommend, because, you know, those paper cards, just like those Medicare cards, wear out so easily that I personally took some packing tape and laminated it. so that's an idea.
Yeah.
And if you ever do lose it, your doctor's office or probably your pharmacy too could print off from the MICRs, and that's a immunization record thing, and that would be way more efficient.
Let me ask you a question, Amy, because you mentioned you've been administering these shots. Are you a nurse?
I'm a pharmacist.
Oh, a pharmacist, even better. I have to ask, are you seeing any resistance to people getting the vaccine?
Yes, and do you know what? It's funny because with the nursing homes that we've gone into, we have a big group of us, and we scheduled 3 times that we would go. We had the Moderna, so we would go the first month and do the first shot, the second shot, and the first shot of people that missed the first time or whatever, and then, you know, the third time to pick up the stragglers. Sure. But a lot of times we were seeing that the healthcare workers were kind of holding back on getting the shot the first time, and then when we would go back the second time, they all wanted it for the first time, seeing that, you know, their residents or patients.
Well, you know, I'm not surprised that my daughter-in-law is an oncology nurse, and she was steadfast against getting the vaccines. She's probably going to have to because she flies a lot, so she's going to end up with it. But she's representative of a lot in the healthcare profession that weren't getting the vaccine. During Focus coming up here after the 11 o'clock news, we're going to talk to a couple of doctors at Mid-Michigan Health who are part of a study program about the vaccine. So we'll find out more about it. But I was curious if you were seeing resistance, and apparently there is a fair amount of resistance out there to getting the vaccines, and particularly those that are vulnerable. I don't understand it.
Exactly. And I have never been one to get the flu shot, or, you know, when the chickenpox vaccine first came out, I thought, you know what, I don't know enough about the vaccine. And worst case, my kids are going to get the chickenpox and we're all going to be miserable for a couple of weeks. Well, with the pandemic, it's a lot different than that. I sure didn't want to spread this to my parents or, you know, get anybody sick to the point of death. And it's a pandemic. It is COVID is such a sneaky little bug that, I thought, okay, if this is a way that I can slow it down, I'm getting the vaccine.
I had a conversation with somebody that I ran into in the street the other day, and this person was dead set against all vaccines. This person would never get vaccines. And I said, gee, when you were a child, were you given the battery of vaccines we all get because schools required it, you know? Well, yeah. Well, did you get the measles? Did you get the mumps? Did you get any of that? No. Well, I guess it worked, didn't it? So what can I tell you? What can I tell you?
Exactly. And some people are afraid of the side effects.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I mean, nobody wants to feel sick for a day.
Well, but I'd rather feel sick for a day than feel sick for a week and be in a hospital. That's for sure.
Exactly. Yep. And I always tell people, you know, nobody's going to force you to do it. I'm not going to tell you that you should or should not. You got to follow your intuition.
All right. Good enough. Amy. Appreciate it.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. We'll be back with more here on the Art Lewis Show on WSGW.
We've heard people talk about your volume discount pricing. Just what does that mean? How does it save me money on a new Ford Escape or an F-Series truck?
We try to sell our cars and trucks for as little as possible, not as much as possible.
You're saying volume sales spread your overhead costs and profit over more vehicles?
We'd rather sell 1,000 vehicles at $100 profit than 100 vehicles at $1,000 profit.
So that's why you have acres of new vehicles here.
That's why you'll find a bigger selection of Ford Escapes, Ford trucks, plus a complete line of Ford and Lincoln vehicles.
Is it true that dealers, even from other states, buy from you because of your inventory?
I can't comment on that. However, like always, we encourage everyone to shop and get the very best price of the Ford or Lincoln of their choice, and then let us show you what real savings are.
Everyone loves to save money, and right now, you can help yourself to thousands of dollars in savings and the best possible selection at Midland Ford Lincoln, your savings store.
The world begins to open up again. Don't forget to support your local partners. Together we can help make our community strong and help restaurants like
Mountain Town Station, located in downtown Mount Pleasant, open for great artisan pizzas, steaks, seafood, and much more, along with a full bar and handcrafted beers. Inside and outdoor dining is available. Great times await you at Mountain Town Station.
Cafe 1-3 in Cucaulin on South Huron Road now serves alcohol. Find them on Untapped for their current selections. Check out their signature paninis, wraps, and delicious draft beers. Visit their Facebook for their current hours. Cafe 1-3. Which brew suits you?
Stop into Best Choice Pizza of Cucaulin for delicious gourmet pizzas, subs, salads, grinders, and wings. Now offering gluten-free pizzas. Open 7 days a week for takeout and delivery. For more details, check out our Facebook page. Best Choice Pizza of Cucaulin, located on South Huron Road.
enjoy great food and friends while supporting our communities as we all grow together.
With Bader & Sons Company. Run with us now and get an even better deal on 1 to 5 Series John Deere tractors with John Deere Rewards. Stop in today or buy online at greentractors.com.
Spring forward at Banana Republic Factory with 50 to 70% off everything. Shop season favorites from colorful dresses to easy tops from $19.99. Find your nearest store or shop online only at Banana Republic Factory. Shop 50 to 70% off almost everything at Gap Factory. Get 60% off select jeans and dresses. Shop the sale through March 28th at Gap Factory and gapfactory.com.
Your WSW online poll is Detroit Tigers Baseball 2021. This season, Major League Baseball on track for a complete 162-game season. Opening day for our Tigers, April 1st. Last year, the Tigers finished 20th AL Central, third worst in the major leagues. And over a full season, it would have projected to a record of 64-98. Our poll question, how will the Tigers play in the 2021 season? Will the Tigers play below 500 baseball, at least 500 or better, but not making the playoffs? Will the Tigers play well enough to at least make the playoffs? Or will some incredible turnaround happen and our Tigers will play in the World Series? Make your vote. Tigers fans, head to WSW.com, scroll down the homepage, find the poll box, and thank you for voting.
If somebody does pick that last choice, please call George Norrie on Coast to Coast. You may want to examine whether or not you are possessed.
The Morning Team Show, weekdays 5:30 to 9 on WSGW.
And we're back here on the Art Lewis Show for this Friday morning. And Joe is in Bay City. Good morning, Joe. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Art. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
A couple little things here. One of your big topics is the vote. And, I'm going to go in a little bit different direction concerning the voting, not how to vote. But to me, this is another example of a situation that just takes common sense to figure it out. And we've got so many things, I think, in a country that are like that. Common sense, that's all it takes. Sit down, common sense. But no, we have to debate it for 6 months, 12 years, look front, back, inside out, when you could solve the problem with just some common sense. And that drives me crazy because I don't know what's happened to our country as so many people now cannot think for themselves. They're waiting for somebody to think for them.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to send you an application to my Common Sense Party. That's the third party I want to see started. So, good luck.
I remember back in the late '60s when I used to work at the old Prestolite, the manager, the first thing he told us, everybody work with KISS. And I said, "What the heck is KISS?" He says, "Keep it simple, stupid."
Yeah.
And people don't seem to want to go by that. And the voting to me is simple. You either show up at the polls
or you request an absentee ballot. And I think just about every state, once it reaches a certain age, you automatically can get a ballot. You don't have to be sick or out of town or anything. And you know, one caller mentioned if he was in a nursing home, what would he do with the ballot? Well, I would tell him that every residence and every commercial piece of property has a mailbox. And all you do is put it in the mailbox, and your trusty mailman picks it up and takes it to the mail. So it never has to go to a third party if not necessary. So
I had someone email me. They had an idea for identification. Why not use our social security number when we vote?
Well, you know,
because everybody that's a citizen has one.
Right, can figure this out. And I know I need an ID if I go to the bank and I'm at a teller that doesn't recognize me.
Absolutely.
To deposit some money, they want to see my ID.
I have to use it at the bank even when they do recognize me because it's their protocol. It's their protocol.
All right. Anyway, that's my thing on the voting. It can be very simple. Just, you know, and I've never yet see a report over the years that somebody is on the news and saying, you know, I wanted to vote, but they wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you have or not, but I've never heard reports like that. And if you're registered, there's no reason why you can't vote.
Not only that,
nobody's going to stop you from voting.
Not only that, if they challenge you at the polling place, there's a provisional ballot.
Right.
So you still get to vote, and if if you're deemed legitimate, then your vote counts.
Yeah, it's again, it just seems like it's a problem, obviously, but with a simple solution. But
you know the answer, and I do. It's become a political football.
I know it. And one other thing, if I may just real quick mention, is that all the things that are going around with our country right now. I mean, major issues, obviously, and I don't want to beat up on anybody. I'm not mentioning names, but if a certain caller calls in and he still can't get Trump out of his system, and he's more concerned about whether he's on a video with his call in, and doesn't want to talk about any major issues, I think he needs to look in the mirror and start looking at some things that maybe mean something.
Well, listen, I don't fault callers for bringing stuff up like that. I mean, it's fine with me. You know, I've told people before, the most fun I have is on open shows because I never know what anybody's going to talk about. And that includes subjects sometimes that you scratch your head and say, well, who cares? But, it's just the nature of the beast. So, anyway.
I understand, and maybe I'm being a little bit too critical, but quite frankly, with that particular caller, I maybe I missed it. I don't listen 100% of the time. I don't believe he's mentioned the new president one way or another in a call yet, which kind of is surprising because I'm sure he voted for him, but not sure, but I'm quite sure.
Yeah, he might
anyway,
have. I'm sure he did.
I have one thing to say about Biden's press conference real quick. In a nutshell, I think if our enemies are watching that, they're licking their chops right now. That's all I have to say about that.
All right. Good enough.
Okay. All
right.
Good one, Art.
Yep. Thanks, Joe. Bye-bye now.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
All right. That's going to do it for calls today. We thank you for joining us here on the Art Lewis Show. I think the press conference yesterday was kind of weak. It was real staged. I mean, they limited who could ask the questions, didn't take any questions from an obvious opponent network, if you will. And the subjects were, I mean, they really didn't hit on all the really important big topics of the day. It surprised me. So anyway, we'll take our last break. Then we'll be back to finish up this edition of the Art Lewis Show.
What do you get when you talk to a Dell Technologies advisor? You get someone who understands there's an art to listening. Who's able to hear more than what's being said and can provide tailored small business solutions that make you feel truly heard.
I understand. Let's get started.
For advice on everything from laptops to the cloud and solutions powered by Intel vPro platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
If you're not having regular
You feel just plain yucky, mentally, emotionally, and physically. You know when things aren't right. Well, proper, effective, healthy elimination is easy to attain, and it doesn't involve laxatives, fiber, probiotics, diarrhea, nor constipation. The fact is, when you have better bowel movements, so many areas of your life get better immediately. So where to begin? Go to poopfix.com and take the 7-day poop challenge. Then try Viscera 3, otherwise known as Poop Fix. Within a few days, going to the bathroom becomes a pleasure.
I'm Dr. Rick. Poop Fix works because of its revolutionary ingredients. It's work. It means a gentle, clean, and easy poop first thing in the morning, and it's the easiest way to slim your waist fast by reducing bloating.
With Poop Fix, you'll see and feel the results within 7 days. Go to poopfix.com and take the 7-day poop challenge. That's poopfix.com.
Guys, stop putting your love life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now's the perfect time. Call today and receive 90 little blue or little yellow pills for only $119 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 800-990-6270. Your order discreetly packaged to your door. Been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 800-990-6271 for as little as only $119 for 90 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 800-990-6271 and ask about our express shipping option, and we'll rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on the little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 800-990-6271 now. That's 800-990-6271.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. You can get a queen-size premium MyPillow for the lowest price ever. Regularly $69.98, now only $29.98. I'm also going to give you deep discounts on all my MyPillow products.
Go to mypillow.com and click on the radio listener square and use promo code SKY, SKY, for this amazing special, or call 800-635-1825 and use promo code SKY.
All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Art Lewis Show. Tomorrow morning, Dr. Phil Engelhardt, our veterinarian, will be with us to talk about your pet's health. Coming up on Focus, we're going to focus on Mid-Michigan Health. Doctors Blauman and Harrington will join us about a particular COVID-19 study going on at Mid-Michigan Health. Meantime, stick around for the news at the top of the hour, CBS and the local report. I'll be back with Focus. We will talk to you right after the news. Have a great day.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is the hour, sponsored by Facet Wealth.
I'm Steve Kafen. They're picking up the pieces in 4 southern states after tornadoes blasted through, leaving at least 5 people dead. National Weather Service says there were at least 8 suspected tornadoes in Alabama. Kayla Mayfield lives in Calhoun County.
It was one of the most terrifying things I've been through. I've been through a lot, but that was the scariest.
CBS's Jim Krasula.
The deadly tornadoes caused widespread damage across parts of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee. Connie Lane lost her home in Cedartown, Georgia, northwest.
I'm still devastated. We lived here for like 35 years. It's just hard.
Tens of thousands are without power. More severe weather is predicted to threaten the south and southeast over the weekend.
Dominion Voting Systems has filed a $1.6 billion defamation lawsuit against Fox News, saying it falsely claimed the company rigged the 2020 election. In Georgia, the Republican governor signed a new law that puts new restrictions on mail-in voting and gives lawmakers more control over how elections are run. Election law expert David Becker is a CBS News contributor.
Early voting, mail voting, it helps election integrity. It gives you an early warning system if there's a problem. States should be really looking for ways to expand the franchise and let people vote conveniently over a great number of. Fortunate to see states trying to roll back those measures in this kind of rushed environment.
In New Jersey, Rutgers University will require all students to get a COVID vaccination before the fall term.
Something showing proof of vaccination for the
over the fall will definitely help in stopping the spread.
I know some people will probably not like it, but I think for like the greater good of keeping like the whole community safe, it's a good idea.
Pressure's increasing for the Biden administration to help the rest of the world get the vaccine.
30 nonprofits, including Save the Children, Catholic Relief Services, and the International Rescue Committee, are calling on the White House to draw up plans to immediately share expected excess trees. It comes in a letter obtained by the Associated Press. The groups raise concerns about vaccine hoarding. President Biden says he's focused now on vaccinating Americans. Steve Dorsey, CBS News, Washington.
The government says consumer spending fell 1% last month. Personal incomes fell 2%. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says the hope is things will improve as the year goes on.
Economists believe that as vaccinations start to take off, along with good weather and stimulus checks, that spending is likely to increase dramatically over the course of the next few months.
In checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 1. This is CBS News.
Facet Wealth, personalized and affordable financial planning for everyday Americans. No wealth or asset minimums. Quality financial advice for every stage of your life.
So, what do you think?
You nailed the custom cabinets.
And the countertop is perfect.
It makes the space.
I'm in love with my kitchen again.
Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom and Design makes your dream spaces a reality with custom cabinetry and a variety of countertop options like Corian, granite, and quartz, offering both in-store and in-home personalized consultation. We're with installation. Your dream space is just a phone call away. PremierKitchenandBathGallery.com.
What do you get when you talk to a Dell Technologies advisor? You get someone who understands there's an art to listening, who's able to hear more than what's being said, and can provide tailored small business solutions that make you feel truly heard.
I understand. Let's get started.
For advice on everything from laptops to the cloud and solutions powered by Intel vPro platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
It's all about the nose. It's your air filter against bacteria and viruses. If too many germs get stuck in your nose, guess what? You get sick. That's why it's so important to keep your nose clean, just like washing your hands. Nasal irrigation gets rid of germs by rinsing the nasal cavity, but neti pots are hard to use and, frankly, kind of gross. Now there's a better way to keep your nose clean and help your body protect itself. It's called Navage Nasal Care. Navage uses powered suction to flush out allergens, mucus, bacteria, and viruses. Millions use Navage for fast, all-natural relief from sinus congestion and allergies, and to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier without drugs. Navage is easy to use. Comes with an absolute guarantee of satisfaction. You wash your hands and brush your teeth every day. Now it's time to start cleaning your nose with Navage. At Navage.com, CVS, Walgreens, Bed Bath, Target, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Live from the 100.5 and 790 newsroom. This is WSGW News.
37 degrees at 11:05. Good morning. I'm Ann Williams. The Midlands Business Alliance and Midland Area Community Foundation have launched a program to help local restaurants recover from pandemic-related closures. Regrow Midland is designed to provide low-cost, healthy meal options to the community while helping local restaurants rebound from extended closures and restrictions. Each week, distribution centers around Midland County will receive a quantity of nutritious meals to offer the public. A suggestion each is requested for those receiving meals. In return, participating restaurants are able to retain their workforce and begin the process of regrowing their business. In addition to supporting restaurants, Regrow Midland plans to incorporate sourcing fresh produce and meats from local farmers. Anyone wanting to donate to the program can do so by visiting midlandfoundation.org. A new way to travel around Midland will be soon available after approval from city officials. Rick Antonio has more.
A fleet of 100 Bird e-scooters will very soon be available to riders looking to make their way around the downtown area, Northwood University campus, and eventually the Center City area. Jeff DeHaven with Digital Mitten, who helped campaign and organize volunteers for the scooter program, says he couldn't be happier to help bring a more ecological travel option to his hometown.
I've been a scooter fan for years. Anytime I'm in a big city, I always grab them and drive around, and I just have the biggest smile on my face and just feel like a big kid again. When I heard that this was coming to Midland, I wanted to kind of help my hometown have for environmental friendly transportation. That's very important to me.
The scooters can go up to 15 miles per hour and be used on trails, bike lanes, on the side of roads with speed limits of 35 miles per hour or less, and sidewalks if needed, but will be prohibited on the Pierre Marquette Rail Trail for the time being because of already heavy usage. Riders must be 18 or older and can register on the Bird e-scooter app for more information or to set up a ride session when they become available. Rick Antonio, News Radio 100.5 and 790.
WSGW News Time is 11:07.
This is an advertisement. Paid non-attorney spokesperson Ricky LeBlanc admitted in Massachusetts only. Sokolov Law LLC, Chestnut Hill, Mass. Paul J. Morgan, Winter Park, Florida. Greg Hoppy, New Jersey. Michael Bro Gonzalez, admitted Louisiana. While this firm maintains joint responsibility, most cases of this type are referred to other attorneys for principal responsibility. Mesothelioma. If you know what mesothelioma is, you or someone you love has likely been affected by this devastating cancer. You may be entitled to compensation. Call Sokolov Law today. 1-800-578-2400. The only known cause is asbestos exposure. Thousands of U.S. veterans and trade workers are at risk for the disease. Nearly $30 billion in court-ordered trusts has been set aside to pay money to asbestos victims. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call now. You may be able to receive compensation without ever going to court or filing a lawsuit. Call for a free legal consultation at 1-800-578-2400. That's 1-800-578-2400. 1-800-578-2400.
WSGW News Time is 11:08. A Flint apartment building condemned more than a month ago was destroyed in a fire yesterday. Fire crews responded to the Richfield Court Apartments around 4:30 a.m. 7 people were living inside the building despite its condition. All managed to get out safely, including a family with a newborn baby. It's not known if anyone was injured. 2 dogs were reported killed in the fire, and a cat is missing. The fire remains under investigation. It's considered suspicious. Seasonally adjusted unemployment rate declined by 0.5 percentage point during February to 5.2%. That's according to data released by the Michigan Department of Technology, Management, and Budget. The state's labor force experienced a second consecutive month of labor force withdrawal, down by 42,000 in February. The governor has again vetoed a bill that would have ended state health department orders after 28 days unless the Republican-led legislature approved an extension. Here's State Representative Andrew Fink.
You have to remember that the word emergency is in there. An emergent phenomenon is different from an ongoing phenomenon. The legislature has been in session this whole time. We're able to make policy about what's appropriate during a pandemic, what the best policies are during a pandemic. And for some reason, the governor's and the administration has decided to read the legislature out of governing during any kind of emergency.
Whitmer veto any bills that seek to limit executive emergency powers of her administration or for any future governor. Funeral directors across Michigan testified to a state Senate committee that current limits on the number of attendees is impacting on families and friends. Funeral professionals warned of a looming mental health crisis from the COVID orders that could have dangerous implications. The current limit of 25 funeral attendees will expire in mid-April. The University of Michigan has named an academic building after a former school president, the first time that a woman has been given the honor. The Life Sciences Institute will be known as Mary Sue Coleman Hall. Coleman was president for 12 years until 2014 and the first woman to lead the university. Coleman says she is deeply honored. The current president, Mark Schlissel, says the university has some of the best academic programs in the world thanks to Coleman's leadership. When you see news happening, call the WSGW Newsroom 0790. It's 11:10. I'm Ann Williams.
Here's your WSGW weatherology forecast. We'll see mostly cloudy skies here for today with a high into the upper 40s. Winds out of the north around 10 to 20 miles per hour and at times gusting as high as 35. Then for tonight, partly cloudy sky conditions, a low near 31. By Saturday, a slight chance for rain showers here late. Partial sunshine develops, high around 57 degrees. Then by Sunday, a slight chance for rain early on, then skies become mostly sunny, a high around 48. Monday, mostly sunny skies, a high of 56 degrees. 65. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki with the WSGW Weatherology Forecast. Currently, it's 37.
Now, it's time to focus as WSGW presents the people, the places, the businesses, the culture, the area events and activities, all put into focus on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com. Focus is brought to you by Northeastern Paint Home Decorating Centers in Saginaw and Bay City. For all your trust Northeastern Paint Supply, serving you since 1959.
And welcome to another edition of Focus here on WSGW. I'm Art Lewis, and today we're going to focus on Mid-Michigan Health, where they are participating in an Active One global clinical study that revolves around COVID-19. We're going to learn about that this morning from Dr. John Blaumaun. He is a local principal investigator and director of clinical care medicine at Mid-Michigan Health, and Dr. Brittany Harrington, a co-investigator and hospitalist at Mid-Michigan Medical Center, Gratiot. Good morning to both of you. Dr. Blaumaun, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning, and Dr. Harrington, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, let's start with a bit of an overview. What is the Active One clinical study all about? Hello? There we go.
So the Active One clinical trial is basically targeted the patient with COVID-19 population who are above the age of 18, so adult population who so this is not for outpatient population, basically with severe COVID-19 symptoms, which basically mean that they are their oxygen level is low and they are requiring hospitalization. The idea of the drugs that are involved in this trial is to modulate the immune system. So there are 3 drugs that are being tried in this clinical trial to kind of modulate the immune system. What we is that the immune system become hyperactive, and the hyperactivity of the immune system can cause more damage than the virus itself. So early on with the disease, we learned that we have 2 goals. One is to stop the replication of the virus, and that was antiviral medication. And the drug that we used for the longest time is remdesivir. And then we learned that COVID-19 is not just a viral infection. It is also involves hyperimmunity, and that hyperimmunity can cause and you have to slow down the immune system. So we started with multiple trials, and the multiple drugs have been studied. The active trial addresses 3 of components to see if they would work on modulating the immune system.
And what drugs are they? Are they drugs that we're familiar with, or are these specialty drugs?
These are, one of them is specialty drugs, and 2 of them are drugs that used for like anti-rheumatoid drugs. So they're used for rheumatoid disease, used for like Remicade, for example. Some of the listener might be familiar with Remicade, which is used for ulcerative colitis, used for rheumatoid arthritis. So it is a disease. It is basically to modulate the immune system. As we know, in rheumatoid arthritis, it is also high immune system attack the joints. So you want to slow down or modulate that immune response. So the same drug is also being studied here.
Dr. Harrington, how do you choose the patients, and do they have to volunteer?
So, like Dr. Blaumaun said, patients must be admitted to the hospital, so they have to meet certain criteria to be even admitted. And So one of the requirements they need to be a part of the study is obviously a positive COVID test, and then they have to meet a few other criteria. Make sure they don't have some other concomitant diseases that are attributing to this. But essentially, yes, all patients must volunteer. Anyone that is notified to be COVID positive, we screen them, and if they meet eligibility criteria, then we go through the protocol with them. We explain what's going on and any questions that they have. They are also able to leave the study at any time that they wish.
All right, I have to take a break, so both of you hang on, and I'll be back. We're talking about this Active One clinical trials being done at Mid-Michigan Health, part of a global effort, and we will be back with our guests after these notes. And let me take a moment here to play the WSGW Spring into Cash contest. Right now, you can qualify to win the daily cash prize of $1,000 by entering the following winning word online at WSGW.com. And the word this hour is love, L-O-V-E. As the song title says, love changes everything. It's an Alpha Media company-wide contest. One winner chosen each day. You must be 18 or older to play. Complete rules at WSGW.com. Spring into Cash on 100.5 and 790 News Radio, WSGW. Back with more after these notes.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center. We're more than a custom paint store. We have everything you need. From carpet to lighting, it's all here. With quality and satisfaction guaranteed. Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
Since 1959, count 'em, that's 62 years Northeastern Paint Supply has been serving the Tri-Cities. We have the most knowledgeable staff in the area, offering you the industry. Benjamin Moore Paints, Hunter Douglas Blinds, Quazell and Kitcheler Lighting, Flooring from Flooring America, Fireplace Doors, Gas Logs, and custom-made rugs. It's all here under one roof. Northeastern Paint Supply, Saginaw and Bay City.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
Who will help you get there? You spent years working, taking care of your kids, saving money, and now you're nearing retirement. Now it's your turn. You get to decide where to go next. Will your retirement include travel? Do you have a guide to help you get there? Jason and Carl Kreiderman and their team at Great Lakes Investment Advisors have helped hundreds of families create their retirement roadmap. Don't let financial limitations take you off course. Jason and Carl want you to have the retirement you've worked so hard for. They can help you create a retirement roadmap that's tailored to your lifestyle and long-term financial goals. Call Jason and Carl Kreiderman and the team at Great Lakes Investment Advisors today at 989-848-1188. Visit 989-848-1188. That's 989-848-1188. And for more on retirement planning, tune in to Jason and Carl Kreiderman's radio show, Your Financial Empower Hour, every Sunday morning at 8. Investment advisory services offered through Great Lakes Investment Advisors Incorporated, a registered investment advisor with the state of Michigan.
Bring home the RV of your dreams during the Trade Anything event at General RV in Birch Run. If it's got a motor or wheels, we can make a deal. We'll even give you $500 for your tent. Take advantage of record trade-in values for your used RV while you can. Plus, get up to $10,000 in exclusive manufacturer rebates with or without a trade. It's your chance to save thousands on the motorhome, travel trailer, or fifth wheel of your dreams. Trade anything for a limited time only at General RV in Birch Run off I-75.
Right now, Allstate has almost as many ways to save as there are types of music. Save for being a new customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent to get a quote. Find out how much you can save today. Allstate. Now that should be music to your ears.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. DriveWise is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Proper, effective, healthy bowel movements are easy to attain, and so many areas of your life get better. Go to poopfix.com. Gentle and clean. Go to poopfix.com. That's poopfix.com.
On air and online from the Stone Specialist Studios. This is 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.
And we're back with you on Focus, talking to Dr. John Blamaun and Dr. Brittany Harrington about the Active One global clinical study being conducted at Mid-Michigan Health. And I want to clarify something for the audience. We are not talking about vaccines as a preventative here. We're talking about drugs that would mitigate the severeness of the illness in a patient in the hospital. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yes.
So most clinical trials that we ever hear about, there's a placebo involved. Is there one in this study, or is this just a study of the drugs and what they do?
Go ahead, John.
Controlled trial. So there is a placebo arm. That is correct.
So I've always wondered, how do you choose what patient gets the drug and what patient gets the placebo?
That's a very good question. Actually, we don't. As investigators, we don't even know who gets what. So this is the patient gets randomized. It's like the lottery, and nobody knows basically which patient gets the drug and which patient gets the placebo. And at the end of the trial, so the investigator is blinded, the patient is blinded by what they are getting. And at the end, we look at the outcome and see that if the drug worked or did not work. So the patient gets the same standard of care, regardless if they are getting the trial drug or getting the placebo drug.
So, given that, how long do these trials last? I mean, how long does it take to generate reasonable conclusions about the efficacy of a drug?
The trial is ongoing now until we get the predetermined number of patients that's required to meet a certain statistical significance. So the trial is still ongoing.
Dr. Harrington, how many patients are you treating right now with this?
Currently at Gratiot, we have only enrolled one patient. We're a bit smaller, and I'm not sure how many they've had in Midland, but they have had some significantly more.
Is there a goal? Do you have a number in mind that you'd like to get to?
I think the number is determined by the company, and it is determined predetermined by the statistics. They have to have a certain power to the study, and once they reach that number, they will stop basically investigating, and then they start disclosing the data and analyzing the data and see if there is a clinical significance for the drug. At Mid-Michigan here, I believe we enrolled so far about 11 patients or 12 patients.
What drove Mid-Michigan Health to participate in this? Because as I understand it, we'd be the only hospital in the state doing it, right?
That's a very good question. So early on, and when the pandemic started, we didn't really know how to treat this disease. We have little information that came out of China, and we, as Mid-Michigan Health, we tried to reach out to Michigan Medicine, and Michigan Medicine also, they were running some clinical trials. So we were one of the first centers that reached out to Mayo Clinic, and we were part of the convalescent plasma. We were one of the 100 centers that enrolled patients to the convalescent trial. A research team here at Mid-Michigan Health, and they've been doing research for probably 25 years. And I did reach out to them, and they start looking around, and some companies approached us, and we came up with actually 3 clinical trials that Active is one of them, and that's how it started.
Well, Dr. Blamaun, Dr. Harrington, thank you for joining us today. I think at some point down the road, as this study moves on, I'd like to hear some of the results and how it's going. So maybe we'll have to do this again.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being with us today. We appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.
You too. Bye-bye.
So there you have it, a local hospital involved in an international study on COVID treatments. We thank them for joining us. We'll be back to close out and find out what's happening in the marketplace after these notes.
Dutch Boy's new Platinum Plus paint with Stain Shield technology has the performance you expect from a luxury paint at a price you didn't. Platinum Plus is up to 50% more washable and stain resistant than a leading premium paint in satin sheen. Superiority ranges from 24 to sheen selected. Platinum Plus keeps your walls looking new longer. Menards and Dutch Boy Paint have you covered. Go ahead, live your life.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Savings are a mail-in rebate. See store for details.
Jim Wilson, are customers surprised to find such a big selection of used vehicles here at Midland Ford Lincoln?
I've had many people tell me this is the best selection of used cars and trucks they've seen in Michigan, not just in quantity, but in the quality of our vehicles.
You seem to have the cars and trucks everyone is looking for. Hard to find models you'd expect to find only in classified ads by private parties.
Our volume sales means customers always have a bigger selection of better quality. Pricing policy means Midland Ford customers always pay less.
But better doesn't mean more expensive. You have cars and trucks in every price and payment range, even for the tightest budgets.
From inexpensive basic transportation to late model luxury and a great selection of trucks, we have what you're looking for. We currently have more tough Ford trucks and used Escapes and Explorers than we've ever had in our history.
America's falling in love with Ford, and you have a personal invitation to find out why today at Midland Ford Lincoln, your savings store.
What do you get when you talk to a Dell Technologies advisor? You get someone who understands there's an art to listening, to hear more than what's being said, and can provide tailored small business solutions that make you feel truly heard.
I understand. Let's get started.
For advice on everything from laptops to the cloud and solutions powered by Intel vPro platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
RocketGrabPlus.com.
This week's deal on RocketGrabPlus.com is for the Hamptons Boutique Tanning and Salon. You're going to get a $25 gift certificate for only $12.50. You can use that gift certificate for a brow tint and shaping with Courtney, shellac knit. You can use it for the boutique itself, or you can use it for tanning. Head to RocketGrabPlus.com right now to snag your deal.
RocketGrabPlus.com.
The Bible is under attack. Last year, California's governor even banned private Bible study groups. Now, Greg Kelly Reports investigates the movement to ban the Bible. Watch Greg Kelly on Newsmax TV tonight at 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. Eastern as he reveals the dangers to Christians. Find Newsmax TV on all major cable systems or get it free on Roku, YouTube, Zumo, Pluto, and smart TVs. Plus, download the free Newsmax app on your phone. Protect your Bible freedom. Watch Newsmax TV tonight.
The Focus Show on WSGW, brought to you by Northeastern Paint Supply in Saginaw and Bay City. For all your home decorating needs, trust Northeastern Paint Supply, serving you since 1959.
All right, that's going to do it for Focus today. We thank you for joining us. Waiting for a call from Baird & Company. Terry Henney will have that information for you on the Farm Show, which comes along next. Bye-bye now.
If you think the cost of assisted living may not fit in your budget, call Merrill Fields Assisted Living. All-inclusive pricing and waiver programs. 989-252-7532 or visit merrillfields.com.
Spring forward at Banana Republic Factory with 50 to 70% off everything. Shop season favorites from colorful dresses to easy tops from $19.99. Find your nearest store or shop online only at Banana Republic Factory. Shop 50 to 70% off almost everything at Gap Factory. Get 60% off select jeans and dresses. Shop the sale through March 28th at Gap Factory and gapfactory.com.
Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light brown, or soft confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
Listen to this radio station on the radio.com app anytime, anywhere. Listen to more than 300 stations along with more than 3,000 podcasts from across the U.S., all free.
With the radio.com app.
You have the chance to win a $1,000 gift certificate to the business of your choice if you play in the WSGW Mid-Michigan Home Improvement Contest. It's presented by Northeastern Paint Home Decorating Center. Enter by visiting WSGW.com, scroll down the homepage and look for the Mid-Michigan Home Improvement Contest box. Businesses you can choose include Members First Credit Union, Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery, Roof Max, Jay's Furniture and Mattress Barn, A Plus Plumbing, Midland Furniture Garage, United Financial Credit Union, Bay Landscaping, Delta Door Sales, Big Ick Nursery and Garden Center, Hartel Heating and Cooling, Vassar Building Center, Wolfiles Ace Hardware, Thumb Bank and Trust, M&R Garage Doors and Openers, Reamer Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, Premier Concrete Admixtures, Cranes L&M Appliance, Northeastern Paint Home Decorating Center. Enter today. Contest deadline March 26th. The Mid-Michigan Home Improvement Contest presented by Northeastern Paint Home Decorating Center with you and WSGW.
One hop up against the wall that's going to score two. Castro is home. Reyes is home. Miguel Cabrera. 2-run double.
The countdown is on. 6 days until opening day.
Well, mostly cloudy. Good morning to you. I hope your day's going well for you, wherever you might be. Cloudy and a little damp. All the activities pretty much moved off to the east right now, so we are looking at mostly cloudy skies. But as we go through the afternoon, the clouds are going to begin to thin out. Matter of fact, in the southwest corner of the Lower Peninsula right now, we are looking at some partly cloudy skies all the way up to the Grand Rapids area where it is 37 degrees there. For us, 37 degrees at the airport, 38 here at Radio Center. Downtown Midland is at 36. Downtown Bay City is looking at 36. We have a northwest breeze that has gone down quite a bit over just the past hour or so. Still rather gusty in the Port Hope area, right over on the Lake Huron shoreline, and down in Port Huron, where they are reporting north and northwest winds gusting to 25 miles per hour right now. We had wind gusts of better than 40 as we went through the evening hours. Quite a bit of rain in some spots. Back 40 in Richville, I'm looking at right around an inch. Some folks over in Michigan's Thumb, less than that. I kind of anticipated more in the way of moisture over there, but that was not necessarily the case. We did see some pretty heavy rains in the central part of the state, and some of the reporting stations, Ithaca as an example, and a couple other ones along the I-127 corridor, were looking at more than an inch of rain as well. A couple of secluded areas to the south picked up more than that, but again, that was very spotty. I think as a rule of thumb, as we mentioned yesterday, a half to 3/4 of an inch covered a lot of the territory, but there were some spots where it was a little bit more. We're not anticipating anything more in the way of precipitation, and as I indicated, we're going to have some clearing as we go into the afternoon. It's going to help us a little bit as far as our temperatures, even though we're in the upper 30s right now. Down in the Detroit area, it's 42 degrees. By the time the day is all done there, they will, with the help of sun, make it up to about 53, 54. I'm looking for 48, 49 degrees here in the immediate Great Lakes Bay region. And tonight, we're going to drop down to about 31 with mostly clear skies. The reason for that, we have a high pressure system over Kentucky. That high is not only pushing the low away from us. Currently, the low that affected our weather crossed through the Toledo area, the Cleveland, Ohio area, moving up into and around Toronto. That low is very quickly scooting off to the east in Canada. So that's why it will be leaving us very quickly, and we should see some clearing because of that high. There are a series of low pressure systems off to the west of us that we're going to watch, because as we go through the day tomorrow, especially later in the day tomorrow and tomorrow night, clouds will be on the increase, and then we will have a chance of a spotty shower around, but nothing like what we saw over the last 12 to 14 hours. Our high temperature tomorrow will be quite nice, and we're going to owe it all to that high, which is to the south of us, and the warmer temperatures. 55 degrees is what we're going to be looking at. But then as the clouds move in and have a chance of some precipitation, we'll drop down to right around 40. We're still running a good 10 to 12 degrees above average for this time of the year when it comes to our temperatures. On Sunday, we'll be just a tad cooler. Instead of 55 for a high, or maybe even warmer tomorrow, on Sunday, we'll only make it up to about 45. We'll have clouds early in the day, but as we go through the day, the sun will move in. We'll have a low pressure system that will be affecting our weather on Saturday night, and that will be over into the Lake Ontario area during the day on Sunday. So that's why it will be leaving us. But once again, we are going to see some north winds during the day on Sunday, gusting to right around 25, 30 miles per hour. Clear skies on Sunday night, sunshine on Monday, 55, clear Monday night, 40. Tuesday, nice day, 65 degrees. There will be a chance of some precipitation on Tuesday night into the day on Wednesday. Wednesday's high, because the low will move through and the cooler front will move through, will only make it up to about 50 for a high on Wednesday. And then we'll be even cooler yet. We're looking for the particular system to move out. Clear skies on Wednesday night with a low of 25. And then on Thursday, with partly cloudy skies, we'll be approaching the 40-degree mark. But overall, as we go through the first 8 days of the month of March, or April, I should say, where, boy, I don't know where the year is going. First 8 days of the month of April, we're going to be looking at above average on the temperatures, slightly below average as far as the moisture goes. 96. Nope, 76. That's the record high on this date. That was set back in 2007. The record low is 7, set in 1923. A year ago, our high was 52. Our low was 37. We had no precipitation to talk about. Sun will set this evening at 7:56. Rise tomorrow morning at 7:26. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. I'm sure a lot of stories as far as the amount of precipitation is concerned, but more importantly, soil temperatures and things are beginning to grow. We'll be covering all of that in the next few minutes here on Farm Service. Before we do all that, though, we want to remind you the weather forecast is brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Tri-County Equipment. It's deer season going on right now at Tri-County. Save on select lawnmowers, gators, utility vehicles, commercial mowing equipment. Get great rates available through John Deere Financial. You can save up to $300 off on select lawn tractors. Get up to $500 off on select Z-Track commercial mowers. Save $500 on Gator utility vehicles, plus free delivery. Check them out. Stop by any of the locations of Tri-County Equipment, because remember, when you're talking John Deere in Michigan's Thumb, as well as Saginaw Reese and Birch Run, you are talking Tri-County Equipment, working harder, doing more. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. Gary, how's things looking this morning?
Good morning there, Terry. Oh, we got kind of a mixed market here this morning. We got a little bit of positives in the wheat and the corn, and soybeans are on the red area again today. So, but currently, actually, wheat just turned positive here in the last 10 minutes, Terry. We actually got cash wheat up to right now at 585 on the white, 550 on the red. New crop also up to at 581 on the white, 546 on the red. Cash corn up a penny at 513. New crop, let's call it unchanged at 416. Cash soybeans down 12 at 1362, and new crop, Terry, let's call it down a nickel at 1145.
So we're just drifting along here on a Friday. No fireworks on the horizon. So nice peaceful weekend coming up in Chicago, you think?
Well, yeah, we've probably got some pre-report positioning going on kind of in the mix today, and again, the soybean market, was kind of led by the bean oil reversal yesterday. We had a limit up earlier in the week, and yesterday we had a limit down. So when that kind of took beans down, and actually we got continued to slip again here this morning, but and then also the bean sales last week were kind of a 4-week low, Terry, just 18 million bushels. So, in Argentina, South America, Brazil, not too many issues down there. So, just kind of leaking and position squaring. And as we were seeing some funds liquidate position ahead of this report for next Wednesday as well. So,
yeah. So next Wednesday, we've got the planting intentions report. I know some of the crop folks are a little concerned with that, because the feeling right now is we're going to have a lot more corn and or soybean acres go in. I don't know. We got a nice rain, so it's kind of hard to think about drought. But we've got parts of the country right now that are very, very, very dry, and there doesn't seem to be any relief coming to them.
No, it's, the word of the year, we've been talking about it, Terry, is volatility, and it's not over by any means. So,
boy, I guess not. Gary, you have a good weekend. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right. Sounds good, Terry. You as well.
You betcha. A little bit more in depth as far as what the markets are doing. Over to Doug Klein from Oppenheimer we go. The market report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. If you're looking for a new Ram commercial truck or van, get it from a dealer that's been around since 1852. That's Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth. They know trucks and vans. You buy with confidence from a dealer where family and service sells cars. They are the Great Lakes Bay region's certified ag dealer. That's Schaefer and Beerline. Market report also brought to you by the folks at Foster Blue Water Oil. They want you to take your diesel to another level. You do get more power, cleaner injectors, maximum lubricity, year-round protection, and up to 8% improved fuel economy with Diesel Guard Supreme Plus from ValveTech Petroleum. Available at Foster Blue Water Oil. Just get a hold of your Foster representative or go online, fosterbluewateroil.com. Doug Klein, good morning to you. How are we looking now?
Well, the dollar's still going up, so that's got us a little bit of headwind. But luckily, the oil traders are happy. They got that barge, or whatever it is, that ship still stuck. And all the pictures we see are, oh my gosh, it'll never come out. So that's helping them out. Got the oil up 4%. We had 3 speeches from the Fed, so they got the stock market stabilized from a couple days of negative this week, so it's all good in the long run. Here's your numbers. The May corn is $5.48, up 1.5 cents. December corn $4.65 1/4, down 1/4 penny. May soybeans $14.02 1/4, down 12 cents. The November soybeans $12.10 1/2, down 5 1/4. The May wheat is $6.12 1/4, down 1/4 penny, and December wheat $6.16 3/4, up 3/4 penny. Crude oil $61.13, up $2.56. Heating oil $181.89, that's up 6.35 cents. Gasoline $197.41, up 5 1/4 cents, and natural gas $2.61 1/2, that's down 1/10 penny. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar, get you 125.73 at the border, down 37 ticks. The yen is at 109.66, up 49 ticks. The euro 117.99, up 35 ticks. The dollar's at 92.72, up 19 ticks. Gold's at 1731.40, up $6.10. Silver's at 25.09, up 6.8 cents. Platinum's at 1178.20, it's up $24.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that American dollar is working its way up, huh?
Mm-hmm. Don't tell anybody. They just as soon not know.
You know, the way things have been going, there's a lot of things we don't know. Doug, you have a good weekend. All righty. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Just this little note for many of you that are raising wheat, might be a very good idea. If you haven't already done it, you should take the opportunity to vote on whether to continue the Michigan Wheat Program. There's a referendum being conducted by the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development. It started and it goes through Friday, April the 1st. Now, those ballots were mailed out to wheat growers about the 15th of May, or March, I should say. Eligible producers with questions, if you have not received a ballot, it might be a good idea to contact, and I'll give you the toll-free number, 800-292-3939. That's the telephone number of the Ag Department. Again, if you have not received a ballot, but it must be postmarked by April the 2nd. So be sure to take care of that business. Along with me right now, I have Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency over in Frankenmuth. Craig, good morning. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Terry. I'm looking at a lot of standing water here.
You know, I was kind of surprised. I knew that it rained quite a bit, but I thought it was more of a wind-driven event than it was actual amount of rain. But this morning, where there's usually ponding that comes with a heavy rain, there's water there.
Yes, I would agree. I don't have my gauge out, so I don't know what I got, but there's a lot of standing puddles out here.
The latest information I was able to grab from a lot of the reporting stations was right around an inch, give or take 1/10 or 2/10, one way or the other. But again, it was wind driven. And I think fortunately, because everything was so dry, but yet the ground seemed to be porous enough to take the water. Doesn't seem to be any frost anywhere. I'm not looking for the water to really stand too much longer to hurt anything, but I did see tile running this morning. So I didn't think I'd see that for a while because it has been very, very, very dry. You know, every once in a while, we do have a chance to talk to you about some of the things that businesses do in the community to support the community. And fortunately, you work for a company that does that quite often. And let's talk real quick about something that is being offered by the Rummel Agency, something that's new.
Yes, thank you, Terry. You know, we are heavily involved in our communities, and something new this year is the Greg Rummel Risk Management Scholarship. All the information is available at rummelinsurance.com under our About tab. The deadline on the website says March 25th, but it has been extended to April 30th. So we encourage students in Saginaw and Tuscola counties to apply for that. It's something new and something we hope to continue for a long time.
Tell us a little bit more about the scholarship, Craig.
Well, Terry, it's geared primarily for folks who are looking to do something insurance related. It could be risk managers. It could be actual sales agents, even safety engineers. So maybe folks looking into some sort of safety career can apply for it. And we want to make sure we get some good quality folks into those careers for the future.
So again, if they would like to apply or they know someone who they think should apply, all they've got to do is go to the webpage, right?
Webpage, and there's also a direct link from our Facebook page also.
All righty. Craig, thank you very much. Always good to talk to you. Have a good weekend, okay?
Will do, Terry. Thank you.
You betcha. When we return, we're going to talk a little bit about sugar beets.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center. We're more than a custom paint store. We have everything you need. From carpet to lighting, it's all here. With quality and satisfaction guaranteed. Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
Since 1959, count 'em, that's 62 years, Northeastern Paint Supply has been serving the Tri-Cities. We have the most knowledgeable staff in the area, offering you the highest quality products in the industry. Benjamin Moore Paints, Hunter Douglas Blinds, Quazell and Kitchener Lighting, Flooring from Flooring America, fireplace doors, gas logs, and custom-made rugs. It's all here under one roof. Northeastern Paint Supply, Saginaw and Bay City.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in. Like #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. Get a great deal on Kubota utility tractors. Our powerful, versatile lineup is built to do it all. So whether you need to mow, rake, stack, lift, or pull, get it done right with a Kubota utility tractor. Right now, get a Kubota utility tractor for 0 down and 0% APR, plus save up to $1,000. Now through March 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
See Kim Weiss at Lingle Equipment, 3001 Sawyer Drive along I-75 at the M81 Carroll exit just south of the Zilwaukee Bridge, Saginaw. Call Kim today at 989-754-7801 or email at k.weiss@lingle1.com.
You know, over the past few days, we've been talking about planting progress here in the States, sugar beet planting, and there's been quite a bit of it going on in certain areas here. As far as the sugar beets are concerned, our Ashley Davenport with Michigan Ag Today had a chance to talk to Jim Ruhlman from Michigan Sugar a little bit earlier this week.
According to Jim Ruhlman, Vice President of Michigan Sugar, there were two main highlights of the campaign.
We had absolutely phenomenal storage this year. The conditions were almost perfect. We had a climate where our piles really never froze hard. It's best when it's a refrigerator and not a deep freeze, because when you get that deep freeze, then you get that thaw during, late February, March, our beets start to deteriorate, but our beets were absolutely phenomenal.
The other highlight was sugar content.
During harvest, we saw sugar content in our sugar beets that were extremely high, and we had 19 to 20% sugars during our permanent piling period, which is about late October through November 15th. And when you have sugar content in your beets that high, it means that your impurities in the beets are lower and the processing of that raw material is much easier. We had phenomenal extraction rates and we had phenomenal storage, and as a result, a very favorable payment to our grower shareholders.
Ruhlman says the same week the campaign ended, producers were back planting this year's crop, and preparation for planting in late March happened over the winter.
You go from one season right into the next. While we're processing beets, we're already in the winter months preparing for spring. All winter long, our agronomy group is meeting with growers, talking about seed recommendations. And one of the newer things that we have taken on over the last couple of years is prescription planting recommendations.
The ground could use a little more moisture in some areas, but Ruhlman says he's glad the new season is underway.
Glad the new season's underway. Our growers are in good spirits. Their passion for sugar beets and their agronomic practices are just second to none in my mind.
Ruhlman expects beet growers will plant roughly 160,000 acres this year.
Yeah, when it comes to around the front yard and the backyard, there's a lot of things going on as well. I think I have Chuck Cervinsky on the line with me. Chuck, are you there?
I am here.
Hey, we're getting ready, and so are a lot of the weeds out there getting ready to grow. I think you've got some tips for us here.
Definitely. Now that these rains are starting, it's an optimal time to get down an application of a pre-emergent weed preventer in your flower and shrub beds. Preen, that's made by Lebanon Seedboard, is a great product to use for this. And the whole idea is it will start working now to prevent the new weed seeds from sprouting and rooting later on. Real easy to apply. You just simply sprinkle it on the soil or mulch bed area. You'll want to apply it when the ground is dry and avoid sprinkling it on the leaves of existing plants so you don't cause foliage damage or discoloration. And you're going to want to water the product into the soil to activate it so it starts to work. And one thing is it will not affect any existing trees and shrubs. So even if when it gets into the ground, it's not going to kill things that are there.
And I think the key as far as preen goes is a lot of people are afraid of it because they think that it'll kill stuff that's already growing. Even the weeds, it won't kill the weeds once they're growing. It just stops them from germination, right?
Exactly. And you can use it in your vegetable garden. You're going to want to wait till the plants get up a couple inches, and then you can sprinkle it, in between the rows. But when that product came out, oddly enough, the first place that they ever used it was Mackinac Island around the Grand Hotel, and they did testing up there many years ago with it.
Okay. So just one application or a couple of them?
You can put one in down now, and then we recommend, the second or third week of May, go ahead and put it down a second time, as the more you put it down, the better the results are going to be.
Very good. For more information on that and a few other things as well, we can get a hold of you. How do we do that, Chuck?
Definitely. You can get a hold of us at 989-835-4708 or visit our website, www.maplehillmidland.com.
And just quickly, the hours at Maple Hill right now?
Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Chuck Cervinsky, have a great weekend.
You too.
All righty.
Go the extra mile with Bader & Sons Company and the unstoppable John Deere Gator XUV 835. When other utility vehicles take a rain check, we help you take the wheel and enjoy the thrill of the ride. With factory-installed 3-wide seating, heating, and AC, the XUV 835 is our coolest, most comfortable Gator yet. Isn't it time you took a John Deere Gator for a test drive? To learn more, go to greentractors.com. From Southeast Michigan to the bridge, let the experts at Bader & Sons Company show you why we are outstanding in our field.
Farm Service has been brought to you today by the folks at Thumb Bank and Trust, serving the needs of farmers for well over 125 years. 2 locations in Bay City, also Cassidy, Caseville, Pigeon, and Bad Axe. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we join radio stations all across the country by playing our national anthem.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News.